कुछ करिए, नस नस मेरी खोले, हाय कुछ करिए, कुछ करिए, कुछ करिए, बस बस बड़ा बोले, अब कुछ करिए। ओ कोई तो चल जिद फड़िए, तू बेतरिए या मरिए, हाय कोई तो चल जिद फड़िए, तू बेतरिए या मरिए। चक दे हो चक दे इंडिया, चक दे हो चक दे इंडिया, चक दे हो चक दे इंडिया, चक दे हो चक दे इंडिया।
Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. This is the time, let's do or die. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. This is the time, let's do or die.
कूचों में गलियों में, राशन की फलियों में, बैलों में बीजों में, ईदों में बीजों में, रेतों के दानों में, फिल्मों के गानों में, सड़कों के गड्ढों में, बातों के अड्डों में, भूखा रवाज भर ले, 10-12 बार कर ले, रहना न यार पीछे, कितना भी कोई खींचे, टस है ना मस है जी, जिद है तो जिद है जी, किसना यूं ही पिसना यूं ही पिसना यूं ही पत्थर है। कोई तो चल जिद फड़िए, तू बेतरिए या मरिए, हाय कोई तो चल जिद फड़िए, तू बेतरिए या मरिए। चक दे हो चक दे इंडिया, चक दे हो चक दे इंडिया, चक
All right. Can you all hear me? Just type in yes if you can hear me. I hope yes. Amazing. Let me just check if all of you are connected to audio as well. Okay, yes, I see Vinny still connecting to audio. So just give me a moment. We'll start right away. All right. So let me share my screen. Okay. Can you also see my screen? Hope yes. Okay, that's great. Awesome. So yes, very good morning to everyone. Thanks for joining in for another amazing session. Yes, without any further delay, let's jump right into the session. So quick intro about myself and Mad About Sports as well. So as you all know, this is David, and yes, I've been with Mad About Sports from the start. And right, so through these workshops, right, we are able to help over 40,000 plus people, right? So, and you won't believe. So yesterday I told you guys, right? So I went to Delhi for some event, and in that event, so I think probably 200 plus people attendance, and 10 people in that 200 plus people have taken our workshops, right? So that was amazing feeling. Great to meet a lot of these people as well. And yes, the thing that gives me more happiness is we were able to launch careers of people, right? So there's nothing more happier than people getting employed in this field through our right, so through our workshops. And yes, if you want to read more about where our students are getting placed, which companies are hiring them, you can take a look at into any of these channels. Like for example, just search for Z5 Mad About Sports, you'll get a complete article. And here I take care end to end anything related to cricket analytics, whether the content that you see, the case studies that you get, the videos that you get, the live sessions that you see, right? So everything is right, so handled by me only. And what do I do currently? So I have my own startup, right? So like I'm co-founder and head of AI at a company called Khiladi Pro, which is more into sports, fitness, and AI. Awesome. And coming to yourself, if you have joined from your mobile phones, so okay, but I would recommend you to join from PCs and laptops, right? So I think a lot of people ask. I just told you to arrange something for just for this workshop, right? And yes, at any point, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask questions in the chat box. The chat is completely open for everyone. Everyone can see it, right? So you can ask any questions. There's nothing silly, there's nothing shy to ask, right? So I'm more than happy to answer any questions. And we have lots of bonuses till the end of today's session. So make sure you are there till the end. Yes, we'll go through feedbacks as well. Don't worry. Right. So first of all, we'll start with what is cricket analytics, right? So David, this is all good, but first of all, tell me what is this cricket analytics? So we'll start from there. Then we'll have a list of companies that like which are in this field. Then we'll talk about my journey, right? So what exactly did I go through and how did I end up here? Then case study, yes, I will go through your case studies, right? I think there were a lot of submissions. I saw them. Very good that you have already submitted. How many people have submitted? Let me know in the chat. Last time I saw, I think it was 25 submissions. Like, so the guys who have submitted, very good. Well done, right? So thanks for your effort, first of all. Amazing to see your commitment already, right? Good. And others who haven't submitted, right? So I'm really disappointed for you folks. I wish everyone would have submitted, right? So good that Kevin, Monica, Naveen, Satya, Prateek, Devansh, Vishweshwaran, Mihira, yes. Sarthak will submit it today. Definitely Sarthak, please submit. Vishesh, Sujit Kumar, yes, Mariam, Pooja, Anoop, Sudhir, Dheeraj, Veer, Bhushan, Manish, Mayank, well done, right? So well done to all the people who have submitted, right? Yes, if you are still, looking to submit, working on it, right? So still waiting, right? So please take your time, right? So you still have, right? So a few more days, right? So yes, yeah. So definitely, yes. Yes, Harini, Harshini, please. Yes, Raj has submitted. Yogesh, first day. Welcome, Yogesh. Will definitely submit. Sure, Ved. Okay, Jishnu will also submit tomorrow. Vaibhav submitting today. Awesome. Yes. Okay, Aditya tomorrow. Rashekar today. Okay, 10 minutes ago. Very good, Vishal. Yes, last minute warriors. No laptop. I'll arrange and do assignment. Sure, Sandeep. Yes. Good. Okay, all the people are joining for the very first time, right? So, yeah, so welcome, right? So, no worries. So, please make sure you are there for today's session. Yes, Sharath submitting today, end of day. Atit as well. Okay, okay. No worries. Please take your time. Do it whenever you can do it peacefully. Okay, right. So that is about case studies. We'll go through them. We'll see what people have done. Let's look at our magic in today's session, and we'll talk about some of the famous cricket analysts in India. Then skill sets. What skills do you actually need to become a cricket analyst? Then salaries. How much money can you actually make in this field across different roles? Right, and steps to make a career in this field. Like finally, if you are really serious, like what are your next steps, right? So something that you can actually work towards becoming a cricket analyst. Okay, so all set. This is the agenda for today's session. Are you guys ready for today? Just type in yes, ready, so that we can start. And yes, have a cup of coffee, juice, water, whatever you want by your side. It's a long session, so make sure you are hydrated, you're healthy, right? So no disturbances. Sit in a comfortable place. Awesome. Ready? Okay, okay. Yes, I see only 20 people have responded. What happened to others? Are you guys not ready? Yes, let me know in the chat. I see almost close to 100 people in the chat. Ready? Okay. Yes, Hari Krishna, Shivam, Abhishek, Sadista. Yes, fastened up. Okay, very good, Lester. Yes, Vishal, Rashekar, Kuldeep, Movin, Satya, Anant. Awesome. So let's jump right into our first topic. तैयार है आकाश? सही है. What is cricket analytics, right? So yes, so before we go deep into this, I have a simple example for you. So let's take a look at this example. So this is a match like few years ago, England South Africa first T20, right? So with South Africa there, 80% they'll choke, but let's see what happened in this match. Okay, so the equation is very simple. England 171 for 6. Who's on strike? Tom Curran. And who's in the non-strikers? And Moeen Ali. And the bowler, Lungi Ngidi. The equation is very simple. England need 7 runs from 6 balls with 4 wickets left, right? Now, on the bottom of your screens, you see some numbers, right? So something in green and red, some percentages. Have you guys seen these numbers? These are nothing but win percentage numbers. How many of you have seen this win percentage before? Let me know in the chat. Yes. You guys have seen it, especially during World Cups, ICC events, on Google, maybe on Cricinfo sometimes. Yes, you would have seen this somewhere. Very good. Very good. Right? Now, yes, now you guys know about these players. No one needs introduction. You know about these teams. You've seen a lot of T20 cricket, right? So yes, and we have seen these kind of situations before as well, right? Now, I want you to type, looking at this scenario, 7 from 6, England, what is your win percentage for England in this situation? Let me know in the chat. Right? What is your win percentage for England in this situation? Let me know in the chat. Yes. Okay. Yes, I want every single person to type, right? So there is no right or wrong answer. No one is gonna judge you at all. It's okay, completely fine. Even if you are wrong, I want everybody to type. What is England's win percentage according to you in this situation? Okay. We've got 60 responses already. Yes. Few more. Let's touch the 90 mark maybe. Yes. Okay. Very good. Still going. 70 responses. 20 more. Yes. Last 5 seconds. What is England's win percentage according to you in this situation? Last 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So we've actually touched the 90 mark. Very good, right? Very good. So we have very active audience today. So let me look at your numbers then. Okay, Anup Reddy is 95, Shashank Prasad 60, Sarthak Gupta 90, Safal 75, Devansh 50. So Devansh, whom are you supporting then? Kuldeep 80, Rashmil 96, okay, Rashekar 60, Vishesh 85, Nitish 80, Bharat 70, Gopinath 85, Vashu 80, Arjun again another 50. Okay, Sudhir 90, Nabin 90. Okay, is anyone with South Africa? I see everyone with England only. Joshi, so Joshi says 40. So Joshi, are you with South Africa then? Who else? 1%. So Sahil, what is this 1%, man? The 1% for England, you're saying? Okay. Who else? Anyone with South Africa? Sam Curran can fail. Okay. Yes, Pratik. So Yogesh, the question is, what is England's win percentage according to you? Okay, I see 3-4 people with Sandeep is also with South Africa, Devansh as well. Okay. All right. Okay. Awesome. So yes, Heart is always with South Africa. Yes, thanks to ABD and few more, yeah, amazing people in that team, right? And the vibe that the team gives. Okay. So let's see what happened in this match. 7 from 6. Here we go. First ball, Tom Curran on strike. First ball, picks up at 2, makes it easy for England. Now 5 from 5. Tom Curran still on strike. Yes, advantage England. And it's a wicket. Okay. So yes, some drama out there. But Tom Curran, he's gone. He's got Moeen Ali on strike. So that's the only good thing. 5 from 4 now. So we all know about Moeen Ali. He can finish it in a hit. 5 from 4. Did he finish it? Not yet. That's a dot ball. 5 from 3 now. Okay. Yes. Next ball. It's a 2. Okay. Picks up at 2 easily. Now 3 from 2. Moeen Ali still on strike. Yes. Could be anyone's game. Pressure on both the teams, right? 3 from 2. Yes. Fifth ball. And it's a wicket, right? So Moeen Ali is gone, and so are England's hopes now. So 3 from 1. Last ball, like advantage South Africa for sure. 2 new batsmen on strike. Adil Rashid. 3 from 1. Last ball. What an over from Ngidi. It's a run out. Yes, South Africa won by 1 run, right? So what an ending. So let's recall what happened in this match. Yes, it was 7 from 6. Tom Curran picks up a 2, 5 from 5, then a wicket, 5 from 4, then a dot, 5 from 3, then a 2, 3 from 2, then a wicket, 3 from 1, and South Africa winning by 1 run with that run out. So, what a crazy ending, right? So, we've seen these kind of crazy endings, right? So, even in the World Cup. So, did you guys follow the T20 World Cup? I'm sure you did, right? So, we've seen these kind of close encounters in the World Cup, right? And we've seen this in IPL as well, right? So even I mean the high scoring thrillers as well, right? And we've seen this across formats and not just the T20s, right? So we've seen in test matches, Ashes, if you have noticed, India's test matches as well, right? So this is across, like even WPL as well has some close encounters, whatnot, right? So everywhere we see these kind of close encounters. Anything can be possible, exactly, Yogesh, right? And yes, this is why cricket is known as the game of uncertainty. Absolutely, right? That is why we are hooked to sport, right? So that makes it right. So like you don't know what's gonna happen in the next ball, right? So however big you are, however talented you are, right? So all of it, yes. Batters wow the crowd and bowlers win you games. Yes, yes, Vishweshwar. I think there's one more quote: batters win you matches, bowlers win you championships, right? So yes, awesome. So this is something that we always see, right? Now what did we do today differently, right? So we tried to put a number to our thought, right? So we just follow the match, right? So without any like constraint. So but here we just try to put a thought. So that exactly, my friends, is what cricket analytics is all about, right? So whatever is there in your head about cricket, your cricket knowledge, your common sense, your intuition, your knowledge about the players, your knowledge about the teams, right? All of it, right? Putting those thoughts into numbers or patterns is exactly what cricket analytics is all about. So, of course, we'll go a lot deeper and try to understand a lot more things in detail. But did you guys understand the definition of cricket analytics? Converting your thoughts into numbers or patterns is exactly what cricket analytics is all about. Yes? So, did you guys understand so far? Just type in yes, clear, so that yes, I understand you're able to follow. Is there any possibility where we can get ball by ball its speed when a batter has hit angle of projection? No way, Praveen, right? So that's all paid data. And I don't think angle of projection batter, no one is gonna share you at all. Yeah. So that's very tricky, right? So cricket is a very commercial game. Yeah. You can't get anything that easily. Okay, okay, yes, clear. Now, any questions? Any questions on anything that you have seen so far? One question at least. I'm expecting one question. Yes, come on. All clear? Okay, Srinivas, Ved, Sandeep, Kevin, Satya. Okay, okay, don't see any questions. Okay, so if there are no more questions, then let's move on to the next one. Okay, meanwhile, a question here. One more time, can you explain what cricket analytics? So, Sarthak, simple, right? Whatever cricket knowledge that you have in your head, right? So, using all your thoughts, common sense, everything. So, converting those thoughts, putting them into numbers just like this, right? Or some patterns, some field set, something, right? So numbers, converting your thoughts into numbers or patterns is what cricket analytics is all about. Okay, I see a question from Veer, right? So how can we predict the win, like, or in other words, how to calculate this win percentage? So I see a question from Pooja as well. So how many of you want to know about how to calculate these win percentage numbers? How many of you want to know the answer for this? Okay. So Keval is already giving some answers. Okay. Okay. All right. Yes, to all the people who wants to know, right? So there are multiple ways on how you can calculate these win percentages. Even I myself, we've built some models for Cricinfo as well, right? So from my own experience, right, there are 5 different ways of how you can actually calculate these percentages, right? Now, the number 5, it's a very simple. It's just like how I'm asking you guys, right? So it's a audience poll. So I'll start from number 5, right? It's a simple audience poll, right? So there are 100 people, and in 100 people, let's say 75 people voted to England, 25 people voted to South Africa. So that means 75-25, right? So that's a simple audience poll. And number 4, so coming to more, like, I mean, what I'd say is like more mathematical or more technical models, right? So there are a bunch of ways. So number 4, so this is a model where it is very, very less known, but used by PhDs, used by researchers, right? So who are into this field 24/7. It's called Markov chains. Right? So they use this kind of a technique, all the research people. This is number 4. And number 3, there is something called WASP, right? So has anyone heard about this WASP? Anyone? WASP. Anyone? Haven't heard about it? I'm sure somebody would have seen this somewhere. No? Okay. I see a lot of no's. I have seen it on TV. So which Lester, can you remember which teams? Okay, Pratik, very good. Australia, New Zealand, well done. Well done. Yes, some of you have seen it. Yes, where did you guys see it? In New Zealand? Good, good, very good, right? So yes, we have in Australia. Very good, Lester. Yes, spot on, right? So the full form of WASP, so there's a short story behind it. I'll tell you the story as well. So WASP stands for Winning and Score Predictors. That is what WASP, Winning and Score Predictor, right? So it's a technique which is actually very similar to the DLS method. The story behind it is like why it's only seen in New Zealand, Australia is, so this technique was actually developed by a New Zealand professor from a University of Canterbury in New Zealand, along with some 2-3 PhD students under him. And I think it took 2-3 years to develop this method. And once they developed this method, they later on sold it to Sky Sports 24, right? So who owned the rights to use this model, right? Commercially. Now, this Sky Sports 24, they're partners only in New Zealand, Australia, and England. So that is why you would see this WASP technique mostly in these countries, especially in New Zealand, right? So that's the short story behind it. So that is WASP, okay? Now, I think there's a talk on YouTube also, so just try to watch it if you can, right? Now, yes, coming to the number 2, right? So number 2 is, yes, so this is very famous and yeah, so buzzword today, machine learning, right? So machine learning is used by Google on the scores that you see on Google, the percentages that you see on Google, even Cricinfo uses machine learning as well, right? Now, yes, the number 1 technique, the most accurate one, the one that is used by ICC, the one that you see on TV for the ICC events, it's based on Monte Carlo simulations. So this is the number 1 technique. So not only in cricket, across different sports, I see someone raising the hand. So Vasu Sharma, do you want to speak something or like, I don't know why. Aditya Raj as well. Do you guys want to speak? Let me know if you want to speak on something. I see your hands raised. Yes. So as I was saying, so Monte Carlo simulations, it's the most accurate one. And yes, not only in cricket, across different sports, Monte Carlo simulations work the best, right? From my own experiences as well. Okay, so these are the 5 different techniques. So starting with number 5, audience poll, number 4, Markov chains, number 3 is WASP, number 2 is machine learning, number 1 is Monte Carlo simulations, right? And later on in the session, I'll share you some resources where you yourself can read about this or maybe implement these techniques by yourself as well. So I'll share you some resources like so in the session as well. Yes. Can you please tell me about Markov chains? Markov chains, Vishweshwaran, it's a technique any electrical engineers here? Any electrical or electronics engineers, ECE, EE? Anybody? Let me know in the chat. Anybody? No one? Electrical? Okay, Varun, Mayank, Hari Krishna, right? So if you are from any electrical engineering background or electronics, ECE kind of backgrounds, you would have something called states, right? So state space, right? So moving from one state to another state, right? You'll maybe in analog circuits or somewhere you'll notice, or in electronics, right? So you'll digital circuits, you'll notice this kind of state space, right? So or in cricket words, right? In cricket words also I can explain this. For example, let's say Rishabh Pant is on strike, right? He has hit a 4, okay? He has hit a 4 in the first ball. Now, what will be his next ball, right? So like after hitting, so current state is like he hits a 4, right? Now what is his next state? Will he take a single? Will he take, will that be a dot ball? Will that be a 6? So that is actually entering into next state, right? So this Markov chains is a probability of, if he has hit 4 in this ball, in next ball what will he hit? So that is exactly how Markov chains works. Okay, so Vishweshwaran, I don't want to go too technical, but search for it, you will get lots of tutorial, but this is the idea, right? So in the current state you have it, so in the next state what does a person do, right? So that is what exactly how it works. Okay, it varies from person to person. Like for example, Rishabh Pant would be a person who wants to hit a 4 again, but Virat may be a person who wants to take a single, right? So it depends on player to player very differently. Okay, moving on. Why has England cricket declined in ODIs? I don't know, what does it mean, Avanesh? That declined what in ODIs? Declined win percentages or what? ML is based on probabilities? Yes, of course. The whole, I mean, the chat GPT itself is based on probabilities. How can we question that, right? Yes. So that is exactly what performance in recent years. Yeah, I mean, see, I think they had their time. So sport is an average, right? So it's a law of averages. They had their high moments. Again, they'll come back, right? Yes. Okay, then moving on. How much does luck, how much of a role does luck play in analytics? So Akash, it's like I would say 50-50, right? So you need the data as well. So every team has an analyst. That's a proof that data is necessary. But of course, luck is there in everywhere, man. It's not just in cricket. It's there in every sport. It's there in everyone's life, right? So yes, moving on. How much do we know, right? So before we talk about this, how much do we know about cricket analytics? What are all the cricket companies that you guys have come across? Let me know in the chat. Maybe your friend is working, maybe you see them on TV, maybe you follow them on Instagram. What are all the cricket companies that you guys know? Let me know in the chat. Okay. Okay, I see a lot of yes names coming in. Cricinfo, Crickbuzz, very good. Okay. The traditional companies. SG, Kadamba, very good, Kuldeep. Okay, what else? Crix, yes, very good, Veer, right? So Crix, they really have very good user experience. Yes. Cricket.com, thank you, Sujit. Yes. Crick Tracker, very good, Keval. Monica, yes. Cricinfo, Vishwanath, ESPN Cricinfo, Stance Beam, Hawkeye Innovations. You guys know a lot of companies. Very good to see. Vishweshwaran, Kadamba, Crick Analyst, Star Sports, Viacom, Sports Analyst. Okay, very good. Sports 18. All fantasy sport, very good, Bhushan, right? So today we are surrounded by all fantasy ads, right? So, okay. Sports mechanics, very good. Very good, Kuldeep. Again, sports channels, Crick Heroes, amazing, Aman. Fan code, yes. 10 sports, yes. 10 sports, Neo Sports, we've seen all of it, yes. Sport Radar, yes. Very good. I see almost 25 to 30 companies that you guys have typed in. 9 sports, 100 MB, Master Blaster, yes. Coach Geo, Kookaburra, Gray Nichols, yes, Ved, My 11, My Circle 11, Hotstar. Good, right? So to make it a lot more easy for you, very good, right? So we have a lot of knowledgeable people in the crowd, right? So yes, let's take a look at it, right? So I've divided these companies into simple categories. So let's take a look at these. So first one is cricket boards. I think some of you mentioned it as well. So all ICC, BCCI, PCBs, all the uh, companies which take the decisions, right? So they are also part of the analytics community. And streaming, I think some of you mentioned this as well. Star Sports, Sony Live, Fox Cricket, Sky Sports, Prime Video, Fan Code, JioCinema, whatnot, everything. But does anyone know about this company called Sport What? Anyone who's heard about this one? This one, a recent company into the market? No. If you haven't heard about it, just check this out. So they're a startup, right? But they are trying to solve a problem like, uh, can you cover some gully cricket matches or some local cricket at low budget, right? Or like some matches where you can't have high technology, all of this, right? So this is a good company, just check them out as well, right? So it's not that famous company, but at a grassroots level cricket, right? So they are trying to grow as well. So it's called Sport What, right? Yes. right? And this is just a small note on these broadcasting companies, right? This field is not so easy field, right? Because at the end of the day, what is their goal, right? To keep the audience hooked to the game, right? Otherwise it's a failure, right? So that is why you see all so many new features all the time coming in on TV. Like for example, Geo Cinema, we saw the hero cam, the umpire cam, the the overview cam, all of this, right? Some new feature comes down all the time, so to make it more interesting. So that is why this field is not just broadcasting, it is called broadcasting and innovation, right? Because it's always trying to innovate, trying to make it better, right? Make us entertained, the audience entertained, right? Yes, VR as well, 360-degree cams, right? Whatnot, everything, right? Then yes, I have a new idea for public. Okay, okay. Very good, Aditya. Right. So then live score companies, I think majority of you guys have typed in these companies only, CricBuzz, Cricinfo. But I don't know how many of you used Yahoo Cricket, but Yahoo used to be fastest for a very, very long time. I think even 2017, I used to use it, right? So via SMS or via app, or right. So they used to be the fastest for a long time, right? But now everyone is in the same speed. Uh, Probably few companies like Rex, Crickline, Guru, they are little ahead of the other companies, but data providers are same. That's why we see the same speed as well. And Telegram showing faster. Yeah, I mean they're finding all the ways, right? So these companies, right? So Cricinfo, CricBuzz. See, we think of these companies. Okay, they give us just scorecard, nothing else. But these companies, it's not just about that. Right? So they do so many other things as well, right? So these companies, they do some things like Ask Cricinfo, or there's something called Sage AI, right? Have you guys tried these? Do these betting apps rely mostly on analytics? Of course they do, right? So I'll talk about that, right? So we have a conversation about betting companies. Bharat, how does this Crickline betting app? Bharat, I'll come to that, right? So yes. So have you guys tried these? Ask Cricinfo or Sage AI search. Anyone? Yes. If you haven't tried, just type in no as well. No? Okay. Some of you have tried. Okay. Okay. Many of you haven't tried. If you haven't tried, then I should definitely show you guys what exactly this is. So this is how it looks. Before I show you guys what exactly this is, right? So let me ask you our first trivia question of the day. So fingers on your keyboard. So let's see who's gonna get this one right in the first place. Now we all watch IPL. There's no doubt about it, right? In all IPL, okay, listen carefully. This is a tricky question, right? Who is the third highest run scorer in all IPL? Third highest run scorer in all IPL. Here we go. 10 seconds time. Please go ahead. 10 seconds is all you have. Okay, okay. Last 3 seconds. Three, two, and one. Chahal. Who says Chahal? Okay, okay. Right. So let's find out what's the right answer. So you can ask the question here. Top run scorer in all IPL. Okay, it has taken my question. I hope it gives the right answer. Okay, it gave WPL. Okay, let's select IPL and try again. Just a second. Yes. All right, all right. We have the answer. It is Rohit Sharma. Okay, just a second here. Right. Who's got this one right in the first place? Let's see. Okay, there was some problem in my chat, so I was just trying to fix it. Okay, okay, Dhawan, Warner. Lot of answers, lot of answers. First person, Veer Vohra. So Veer is an amazing form. Veer, well done. Right, you've got it right. So let me pick one more person who's got this one right. One more person. Gail, Dhawan, Raina, Warner, and the person Safal Shetty. Well done, Safal. Right, so you're the second one to get it right. Okay, Warner not in the list. Warner is in the fourth. Right, he's just short by a few runs, maybe just one innings short. Right, so 53 runs, right? So 63 runs. Yeah, he's just short by one innings. Right, so amazing. So that is, so this is like a chat GPT for cricket kind, right? So I'll share you this link. You can try this out whenever you get free time. So this is one, and there's something called Sage AI. So they are also very good, if I'm not wrong. I've used them as well. So let me try asking the same question there also. Top run scorers in all IPL, right? So if I just submit this, let's see if they are also giving the right answer. Okay, it's taking some time. Okay, yes, Rohit Sharma with 6628, right? So yes, exactly same, right? You can actually, so they are providing you an option to download the data as well, right? So very good to see that. So yes, you can use this also, right? So yeah, so try this out. That is how these things work. It's not just about scorecard. These companies, they keep trying out some new things all the time as well. Yes. And my most favorite slide of this entire session, right? If you want to be the best cricket analyst in the world, when I say best, best in terms of everything, in terms of pay, in terms of people around you, in terms of skill sets, right? The best company, it's called CricViz. They are based out of London. They work with ICC, right? They work with every single cricket board in the world, including BCCI, ECB, PCB. They are one of the prime reasons for England cricket to be so successful, right? Behind the two World Cups that they won in the last 5, 6 years, right? And they work with almost four IPL teams, couple of WPL teams. They are there in every single cricket league in the world, right? Amazing, right? And recently they opened an office in Mumbai and Delhi as well, which is a very good news for all of us, right? So, and I actually gave an interview to CricViz during my time. I will share you my own interview experience also. I was able to clear like 3 rounds, but the final round I couldn't clear it. Very disappointed at that time. But I'll share you my own interview experience as well. It was like for 1.2 crores package, but of course it was London based, right? So we have London, 40% tax, all of that, right? So okay, so David, that's a London company. Tell me some Indian companies that we can also try, right? So there are two companies which have the potential to become like CricViz, looking at so many factors, like whether it's the investors, the team, the technologies, right? So the kind of network that they have, right? So one is cricket.com and the other is Fancode for sure. So these two companies, they do have potential to become like CricViz, opportunity to work with teams at a large scale, right? And one company which I haven't mentioned in this slides, so I'm typing that another company here. Before I talk about this company is very familiar to all of you, but you may not know the name, right? How many of you have seen these buggy cams around the boundary ropes? More like a remote controlled car, right? So RC car. Have you guys seen the buggy cam? Yes. And then you would have also seen the real time field tracking where the players are like dots in a small map. Have you guys seen that? Player tracker. Yes, the dots. And then the drone shots. Yes, you see drone shots in cricket every now and then. during IPL, during even other tournaments as well, right? And then the augmented reality, like the timer during IPLs, all of that, right? Now, all of this, the ones that I've just mentioned, the buggy cams, the player tracker, the drone shots, the augmented reality, can you believe all of this is done by an Indian company? Yes, that company, it's called, I'm just typing the name here. It's called Quidditch Technologies. You can check this company out. They are also very, very good. They're a broadcasting technology company. They partner with all these broadcasters like Star, Sky Sports, all of this as well, right? That's an Indian company, right? So Indian company building for the world, right? So that's great, right? So you can check that out. So they are doing crazy work. They have their innovation labs set up as well, right? So that is a company to watch out for as well. So you can target that company also if you really want to be the best in this field, right? So they are more into broadcasting technology. Okay, so that is about these companies, right? So did you guys like these companies, the work that they are doing? You got to know something? Yes, let me know in the chat. Quick quiz, the best, right? So if I'm telling you this because see, everyone wants to work in the best, like just like in Google, I mean, in software industry, everyone wants to work at Google, Microsoft, the FANG companies, right? But in cricket, if you want to aim, these are the companies to go after. Okay, so yes, so set your goals now, right? So then fantasy companies, right? Now fantasy companies, see, there are pros, cons, there are so many debates about fantasy companies, right? But still, that's they're very big, right? Now, do we have fantasy players here? Let me know in the chat, all the fantasy players. Yes, of course, every single delivery is right. So yes, absolutely. Yes, all fantasy players. Now, all the fantasy players, okay, yes, our second trivia question of the day. So let's see how many of you are gonna get this one right, right? How much money does Dream 11 make in a year? What is the annual revenue of Dream 11? Let me know in the chat. Make a guess. 10 seconds you have. Yes, what is the annual revenue of Dream 11? In crores, obviously. Yes. Okay, 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, very good. Very good. Now, the right answer is 6,400 crores. That is the right answer. Mind boggling, right? So let's see who's got this one right in the first place. A lot of people have got it very precisely right. 6384, yes. Let's see who's the closest ones to get it. I'll give it to 65. Okay, first person, Sujit Kumar. Well done, Sujit Kumar Chavan. And Monica is at 6,000. Anyone else closer? And Veer, again, Veer, give a chance to others as well. Sharath as well. Very good. Sujit and Sharath. Of course, Veer as well. So 6,400 crores. Crazy money, right? Now, why is it a crazy money? If I have to compare it with a company like CricBuzz, yes, CricBuzz makes a revenue of 100 crores. That's all, right? Or Cricinfo makes about probably 120, 130 crores, maybe little more than that sometimes. Now, Dream 11 is what? 60 times bigger than CricBuzz. Just imagine that 60 times bigger than CricBuzz, right? Now, that is why you see so many fantasy ads, so many fantasy company names on the t-shirts, t-shirt sleeves, bats, everywhere, right? Because even if you become a small fantasy company with a decent small market share also, you are making revenue more than a company like CricBuzz, Cricinfo, which have been here from decades, right? So that is why you see all these companies, right? All these fantasy companies emerging, right? So because there's a lot of money that is being rotated in India, right? So India is well known for its all kinds of betting fantasy, but in a shady way. But now fantasy companies are exposing it, right? So showcasing the, uh, I mean, the level at which fantasy is played in India, right? So yes, but I'm not a big fan of fantasy, right? So it's just all about looting money only, right? But still, it's working, right? So people are playing, they are making money, right? So there's one company to check out as well, if you are into fantasy or doing some research in fantasy. So check out this company called Covers of AI, right? So maybe I can just quickly show you that also. It's called Covers of AI. So they are doing very, I mean, good work, I would say. So supporting fantasy stats, right? And uh, like covering fantasy content and keeping it ready for all the players, right? So they're doing some very good work. You can check them out as well, right? So I think at an affordable prices only. So you can check them out. So yeah, right. And do you have any experience of a person winning a lot of money by Dream 11? Yes, I've seen. I've seen cricket.com. I've seen a lot of people winning 50 lakhs, 10 lakhs, 5 lakhs as well. So I've known some players, right? So who play very frequently. There are a lot of secrets, right? So I've seen a lot of people for sure. But the secret is they don't play every match, right? So they only play uh, I mean, once in a while. That too, where they know, and they don't play IPLs, they don't play T20 World Cups. They play very very unknown, less known kind of leagues. That is what the trend that I have seen in all of these winners, right? So they keep it very very niche, right? So less known players, less known tournaments. That is where they make a lot of money, right? Not in this IPL because the crowd is high. It's more like a luck lottery game that you're playing, right? Right. Then we have betting companies, Bet365, Betway, all of this. Now, see again, betting, it's not legal in India, right? Because it's a luck involved, right? So so Indian Supreme Court has approved that only skill-based games can survive, right? So lot of regularities, I mean, lot of policies, so regulations around government. So it's very hard to get into these markets and all. But if you go to countries like Dubai, Australia, UK, US, it's a very big market, right? So betting is a very big market. And so at some point, I actually got some kind of a project, right? So that guy, he was from London, and he actually London or Dubai, I don't remember exactly, but what he wanted was he wanted me to make a betting. So in betting, there's something called betting odds. How many of you have heard about this betting odds? Right, when you get into these companies, when you look at these any of these bet365, right? So they call something called betting odds, right? So if you don't have any clarity, just have a look at betting odds, right? So betting odds is like 1:5, 1:3. Like you put 1 rupee, you make three rupees. That's what, in simple words, right? So he wanted me to make this betting odds calculation based on live match. He has access to all the data, best people in the world. He wanted me because this betting odds, even if it is like 1:3.1, 1:3.2, a small change in decimal can lead to profits or losses for the company, right? It's very, very, I mean, very, very precise, right? So you have to be very, very precise. Didn't, I mean, completely deliver it because of various reasons, but I got to know like a couple of insights while working on this, right? So all these companies, right, betting companies, you won't believe, they track player psychological data, player social media data. We all think that okay, betting odds, win percentages are based only on player stats. That is what our mindset is, right? So what the players are actually performing, how are their career stats, recent form, all of this. But in reality, it's not just that, right? So they actually take psychological factors, some birthday dates, any family, like their daughter's birthday, their wife is traveling to the stadium, right? Or something happened recently. They take all these psychological factors into consideration as well. So that is how deep this betting market is. It's not as straightforward as you see, right? It's so deep, so much science involved as well, right? So much science data involved in these companies, right? All right, but remember, right, in casinos, betting, fantasy, there's one golden rule that I always come back to, right? The house always wins. If you really want to make money in fantasy, go and build a fantasy company, right? That is the best way you make money, right? Because the house always wins. Whether you win or not, it does not matter. Applies for casinos, applies for betting, applies for fantasy, gambling, all of this, right? All right, moving on. Let's talk about data providers. Okay, I see a question from Rashmil. If I'm not wrong, David Gamesey was the one who started the thing of setting up team even the match is started. So why did it decline? See, I think Rashmil, so this is a very, very tough market to, you have to work with central government, you have to work with state associations, right? So every state association changes their policies every now and then. It's not easy for all of these, even Gamesy, Winzo, so many platforms are there, all these real money gaming platforms. Uh, it's very hard. Right? You have to, and 28% GST on deposits, right? No way these companies aren't gonna survive long. Only the big players will survive. Rest all are gonna go. Yeah. So there's no way that these companies are gonna survive. Yes. But does betting count as match fixing if a player does it? See, I think see, a lot of people confused to that. Betting companies has nothing to do with players or match fixing, right? So the ones who do match fixing and all is a secret betting companies, right? So which are not known, which are not in the public, right? So that is a whole different thing to discuss. But all the companies which are in public domain, well known, they don't do any of this shit. Yeah. All right. Performance of England has declined. So Avnish, let's stick to what we are discussing, right? If I have to talk about England, see there are so many things that to talk about, right? Every company goes through that highs and lows, right? So even Indian cricket, Australian cricket, right? So that is why the sport is all about, right? How can we apply for jobs? We'll come to that, right? So let's finish this quickly. We are almost close to ending the companies. We'll come to that, right? So guys, stick to your questions, the one that we are discussing, right? That makes more sense. If you just ask random questions, I can answer it. I'll have to go again and come back, right? Yes. So coming to the data providers, right? So did you guys watch the videos that we've shared? Yes, we've shared you some videos in the modules. Did you get a chance to watch those videos? Yeah. Okay. Very good. The Which one did you like the most? Which video did you like the most? There was Tools, there was, I think, ABD Bumrah, there's Virat Rashid, Hasaranga's video, Dinesh Karthik's video. Yes. Which one did you like the most? Net run rate, DLS. Haven't watched it. Rashmil, what is this? Right, so I've put a lot of effort in making those videos so that you guys can watch. You didn't watch it. You didn't get time over the last 4 days. Okay, please watch it. Yeah. Net run rate. Okay. Yes, please go. If anyone hasn't watched these videos, right, so please go to the portal madaboutsports.in. Just log in, you'll have access to all of these videos. Our team would have already shared you in the WhatsApp videos as in the WhatsApp group as well. So please watch it. Okay. The ones who have watched it, okay, net run rate, DLS, okay, both. Okay. Yes, just check the WhatsApp group again, right? So I'll ask the team to post it again in case if you missed it, right? Now coming back, right? So why I was talking about this is, so what is the first thing the analyst needs? Let me know in the chat. What is the first thing, right? So for any kind of an analyst to start working, data, right? So without data, there's no analysis, there's no analyst, right? So data is the core of all of this, right? Now, the beauty of this data in cricket, right? So is there lots of data companies, and these data companies are so different from each other. So let's take a look at how these companies are so different from each other. Like the first one is Sports Interactive. Now, quick question, right? Can you guys guess what kind of data does this Sports Interactive company has? Just make a guess. What kind of data do you think they have? Question from Rohit. I'm fascinated by Hawkeye technology. I'm over 300 plus Hawkeye analysis videos on my phone. Nowadays, the broadcasters are using Hawkeye generated graphics and analysis as taken. Definitely Rohit, right? So Rohit, you have 300 plus Hawkeye analysis. I would love to watch those videos, like how you have collected. I want to know the story behind it. So please get in touch with me somewhere. LinkedIn maybe. Would love to see the story behind it. Okay, coming back, right? So what kind of data do you think the Sports Interactive company has? Okay, stats, player stats. Okay, players data, performance data, scorecards. What else? Yes. Other guesses? Anybody? Sports data. Okay, very good, Monica. Spot on, right? The company, can you guys guess? It's not players' data, it's not career stats, cricket stats. They have our data, fan data, right? They have fan data. Can you believe it, right? They take all the fan data. Like, for example, let's say 100 people are watching a match. They actually keep track of all these 100 people, right? So what are these 100 people, who are these 100 people, what are their age groups, what are their interests, what are their topics, what do they watch, right? So what are their interests, right? Where do they shop, right? They have all kinds of such data as well. Quite crazy, right? And they take that data and they sell it to all these betting companies, fantasy companies, other advertising companies, all of this, right? So that is how they are involved in this, right? And how many of you are following this Euro 2024? Yes, I think the finals is today, right? Today midnight, if I'm not wrong. Yes. Yes. Are you guys following this Euro 24? Yes. Now, this Euro 24 is conducted by UEFA, right? The Sports Interactive, they work with UEFA. Can you guess? Right? They work, that is the level at which, again, this is also an Indian company, again, working for abroad. So they are there for cricket, they are there for football. And yes, it's a big company. They are there in this market for 22 years. Right? So after Portugal's loss, I was not watching that. Yeah, he missed that penalty, right? So don't remember his name, right? So yeah, I think I saw that match as well. Yeah. Portugal versus France, right? Yeah. Felix, yes. Joshua Felix, yes. Right. So yes, Joe Felix, yeah, he missed it, right? So this Sports Interactive coming back, right? This fan engagement, fan tracking data, selling it to companies, right? So who would have thought, right, that this kind of a market exists? Then there's a company called Opta. So Opta is a company like when you're watching cricket, you see 3 degrees spin, 4 degrees spin. How many of you notice this kind of degrees in spin, line and length, all of this, right? So that data is actually done by this company Opta, right? So the degree of spin, the ball tracking data, right? So they are also, so they have a platform called Stats Perform. You can check them out as well. And then there is Kadamba. So Kadamba is also a company which is into this kind of a data. They capture visual analytics data. Like, for example, is the player playing with a straight bat? Is the player playing with a horizontal bat? Did he edge it? Did he hit it in the middle of the bat? Right? So they capture this kind of data as well, right? And yes, we'll share you those videos. Don't worry, right? So yes, if you haven't got the videos, no problem. I'll ask the team to share it. Okay, don't worry. Yes. Then that is about Kadamba capturing all the visual analytics. Then there is Cricket Archive. So Cricket Archive is a company which has access to 1950s cricket data, 1960s cricket data, right? So old data, right? So data is always gold, right? So they make money by selling that data. Then Crick Heroes. How many of you have a profile on Crick Heroes? Yes. I also have a profile on Crick Heroes. I use it. Yes. Very good, right? So a lot of you have it, right? Actually, I was speaking to some friend in Sri Lanka. He was saying Crick Heroes is there in Sri Lanka also, right? So Crick Heroes. Then later on, I researched about it. So Crick Heroes is there in India. It's there in Sri Lanka. It's there in Nepal. It's there in Dubai as well, right? So amazing again, right? So that's good, right? So some people say no. Who says no, right? Then if you say no, maybe you don't have good cricket friends. Get some good cricket friends, right? So yes, Crick Heroes like access to a lot of, I mean, lot of scouting data, talent data at a grassroots level as well, right? So yes, I heard of Kadamba. I think they designed the scorecard graphics of 2014. It was written on their website. Yes, Rohit, they are, right? They work with coaches also. They work with Australian coaches. They share data across different. They work with a couple of IPL teams also. Kadamba, yes. Right. And then cricket technology, my own favorite space as well. So before I talk about cricket technology space, see, whenever you started playing cricket, right? Maybe from your childhood, how many times have you thought about finding the speed of your ball? How many times you thought about this question? Like, what if I know my speed? What is my speed of the ball? How many of you always had this question? Yes, always, every time we played. It's a haunting question, right? Every time we play, we play cricket. What if we know about the speed, right? Now, guess what? Always, right? So I see everyone typing in always, everyone, right? Finally, Yes, Ranjit, finally there is an answer to all our questions. Let me play a video. Just watch this video. This is actually myself batting here. Just watch this video. And now, ready for the magic? Look at this. All of it. No high level camera, no sensors or nothing. This is all from my own camera, right? So my own mobile phone. In fact, I can quickly show you as well, just to confirm as well, right? So this is all recorded in my own camera. Here you go, right? So the same footage that I was showing you, right? So it's a complete footage, right? So this is all done using a simple app. You can see this, right? So what? Yes, look at this, right? So they give you the speed, the spin, the swing, the deviation, right? And then you can also like the where did the ball pitch? What if it doesn't have any deviation? And then you can also see the whole pitch map as well. So that day my friends were bowling me crazy. You can see the pitch map all over the places, right? So quite amazing to see this as well, right? So you can also find this out. So I'll just type in the app names, right? So if you want to try out this, so there's the best company out there. It's called Full Track AI. So they are an iOS first company and then Android as well. So they released Android version very recently as well. To set physics QP for grade 11, I always require real data of speed, loss of kinetic energy. Usually I generate my own based on questions. Oh, amazing, amazing, Praveen. Good to see this. Okay, then you can try this app, Praveen, right? So that would make your questions more interesting. So there's a company called Ludimos. They are an Android first company. You can check them out as well. So they are also there. And slowly, so at Khiladi Pro, you will soon see this as well, right? Does it show accurate speed? That's a good question. I would not say like on par with the Hawkeye ball tracking data. If Hawkeye is at let's say 99%, so these people are at like 85%. So they're almost there somewhere, right? So how many of you will try this? Will you guys try this out next time when you play cricket? And this is all for free, right? So Hawkeye is millions of dollars, right? So they have free trial also, like couple of weeks of free trial. You can freely use it. Will you guys try this out? So it works anywhere. It works on cricket nets, gully cricket, on turf, right? On clubs, local stadiums, anywhere, right? So all you need is just stumps on both sides and a camera. That's all. Okay, so try this out. You will definitely find an answer to your speed, right? So yes, so this is it's a interesting space. Full Track, Ludimos, Hawkeye Innovations. Um, yeah, so Hawkeye has been there in this market for almost like 20-25 years now, and they are the world leaders in this, right? Me checking if I can bowl 120, 130 or not, or switching to spin bowling. So Pratik, I also had the same feeling. I also thought I'd bowl 120, but no, right? So hardly it's one not 105, right? So that is where you'll yeah, you get shocked. But good luck. Yes. Yes, Rohit, exactly, right? So yes, mobile camera. So all this needs is just a mobile camera, nothing else. Yes. All right, and then IoT based companies, this is also another interesting field which is gonna boom in the next few years. So talking about this, does anyone know about this company called Zing? Towards the last, there's a company called Zing. Anyone who has heard about this? Okay, right. Okay, a lot of no's. No one who has seen this company called Zing? I'm sure somebody would know it. Look at the logo carefully. Yes, Zing Bales, right? So Zing Bales. No, it's not Zing Music Channel. It's called Zing Bales, the Zing stumps. Whenever the ball hits the stumps, you see the LEDs glow, right? So that is what this company is all about, right? So yes, so it's also a very good company, right? So yes, they make the bales. Yes, exactly, right? The colorful lights when the ball touches the stumps, right? So that is what this company is. And then the famous companies are Bad Sensor companies. So Bad Sensor, there's Anil Kumble's company, Spectracom, Then there's Stance Beam. They're actually partners with Madaboard Sports as well. Then there is Straight Bat. So Straight Bat recently got acquired by SG. Then there are ball sensor companies. So Kookaburra is trying something in cricket to put a sensor inside the ball as well, right? So there are a lot of innovation going around this. Then there are wearables, right? So you would have seen Virat wearing this band. Even Siraj wears it. Sky wears it. Some celebrities wear it, right? So Dubey wears it, right? So this band is the band is free, but if you want to access all the analytics and all, you need, I think, 25,000 membership fee if I'm not wrong. But all the top athletes use it. It's a fitness tracker. You can track your sleep. You can track um, your health, like your I mean heartbeats, right? Your sleep metrics, its stress levels. It gives you access to all of that, right? And then there's Catapult as well. So Catapult is mainly used by fast bowlers, football players, just to understand their load, right? So to avoid stress fractures, stress injuries, right? So that's also a variable as well. So these companies are like, these sports variables are also very, very big market, especially in countries like India at a top level as well, right? So yes. All right. How does that zinc come in analytics? So Pawan, so a lot of, I mean, see, the way it works, right? So the way it works, the sensor, that's why I mentioned IoT, right? It's not purely analytics. It captures sensor data, right? So anything that captures the data, it comes into analytics, right? So you analyze, for example, they capture data like what's the delay in getting the stumps, where did it actually hit, right? So which stump got off, right? So all of that is also into data as well. Yes. Downloaded the app after this session. We'll try this out. Definitely, Praveen. Yes. Okay. Stump mic. So stump mic is also like it's an audio, right? So audio analysis is done by stump mic, right? And that audio analysis is used to detect the edges, right? So that's also a lot of data involved in that also. It's analyzing audio data, right? So yes. Then you have gaming, esports, AR, VR, right? So all of these companies also involves a lot of data, right? So some it could be 3D data, it could be gaming data, all of that is involved as well. Then coming to blogging or freelancing, how many of you want to get into content writing? Let me know in the chat. Who always wanted to write some articles, maybe, or who wants to get into this space, maybe part time, maybe make some side income, passive income. Let me know in the chat. Yes. Can existing data engineers apply into this field using previous experience? Yes, I'll come to that, Sujit. Yeah, I haven't come to that yet. The jobs, the skill sets. Yes, we'll come to that in a probably 5 minutes time. Yes, just wait for it. Yes, a lot of people want to get into content writing. So yes. Okay, okay. I'm already writing blogs, but don't know how to approach this. All right, all right. So exactly for you folks, I do this for companies. I want to do it for my passion of cricket. Okay, okay. I have a cricket blog. I need to be a bit more serious. Got it. All right, all right. Now, see, I think one insight that I have for all of you. That's a good news if you are already interested, because from my own experience, all the top cricket analysts, somehow they started their career in writing articles. Many of them, majority of them, some are writing articles, covering some articles, right? So blogging, right? So all of this, right? So that is how they started their career. So this is a very good entry point to get into cricket. So that's a good news, right? Now, yes, okay, that is all good. But there are also downsides. It's not like the shiny side, right? So I'll tell you some of the truths that are there as well. So I have seen a lot of my friends who got into some content writing companies who had to spend a lot of time, but they're not paid well. Some companies don't even pay also, right? They'll just tell you, we'll give you some experience and all, but will not pay you. And then there are some companies which make you write like hell, and they pay very, very low compared to the market standards, right? So if you work in such companies, that is almost like a heartbreak for you, right? So you always wanted to work in this field, the passion is there, but didn't get into right company, you stuck here, you don't know what to do, right? So I've seen so many people in these kind of situations before, right? So considering all of those, right, so I have some suggestions for you, right? So that's what I want to discuss. The first thing to keep in mind is getting into a right company is very important, right? So again, you may ask, what are the good companies? I've put in some of the good companies here. Sportskeeda is a very good company. Wisden Cricket, it is the best company in content writing. You can aim for this. Then there is Crick Tracker. They are doing very good in terms of business, in terms of people. Then there's 12th Khiladi. They are also doing good, decent revenues and decent, content strategy as well. And then Crick Ecstasy. So these are the companies which are doing really well. Of course, cricket.com has content writing team, very vast, like I think 20-25 people content writing team. And then you also have ClickBuzz, ClickInfo, ClickQuiz. All of this is also there as well. But these companies are something anybody can aim for. How do they hire? Through company portals. So Keval, the only way to get into these companies is via company portals. Go to their portal, go to careers page, apply from there. That is the best way to apply. Or maybe reach out to a person on LinkedIn or comment on their posts, right? So engage with them and try to get a chat and then showcase what you have done, right? So those are the two best strategies to get into, right? So that is the first point. And second point is, see, in today's world, right, where if you are a cricketer, if you are an ex-cricketer, right, so people watch your content, right? So you are capable of doing long form. Like for example, Ashwin, right? Have you guys followed Kuti stories? What Ashwin has done during the IPL? Yes, I'm sure you did, right? So that's a podcast, long format podcast, because he's Ashwin, because he's a cricketer, right? So he is capable of pulling off those, right? Now, for a common people like us who doesn't have any circle network, not even a background, we don't know anyone, right? Now, for us, it is very hard to make such kind of a long format or a podcast or those kind of content, right? So that is why what works for us is a short form content, right? So where we can write something short form, make it viral, somebody sees it, maybe you crack an opportunity from there, right? So that's why I would recommend go after short form content. So when I say short form, it could be, I'm just typing some platforms here. I would suggest Reddit in the first place. Then I would say Twitter. Then of course there are shorts, there are reels, all of it. Anything short form content works, right? And like if you still believe, so David, I'm not a short form type of a person, I still want to write long form articles, maybe for myself, maybe just to explore. If you're still want to get into explore those kind of long form content, then I would recommend like so Substack, Medium, right? You have LinkedIn, right? So of course you can do some podcasts as well. So this would be the long form content, right? But I would recommend short form content to get started, because these are completely free, right? So you can get started even now as well, right? And one final point is, like, so a lot of these like whether it's short form or whether it's long form, the most important thing is to develop a style, right? So style as a writer, style as an author, right? Now to develop this style, what I would recommend is, for example, let's say I follow a writer called Anant Narayanan, right? So he's a writer in Cricinfo, I think from many years. Now, if you read his articles, these are mostly into test match cricket. So here you can see all his articles are into test match cricket. Now, for this author, it is test match cricket. Now, for other authors, it could be any other formats. Personally, I like to follow these kind of test matches because it's the pure form of cricket, right? Now, I follow his articles. Now, when his new article comes, I know what to expect, what kind of articles he writes, what kind of data he uses, what kind of visuals he uses, right? So all of those, right? So yes, right. So Sid Monga, yes, I follow Sid Monga as well. I think he was the co-writer for Ashwin's book as well, which was recently published, if I'm not wrong, right? So every writer has his own style, right? So so that is something that I want you to develop, right? So the way to approach is, I call it the one author approach. Pick one author, go through every single article of that author so that you understand the style of that author, right? So yes. No, it's not Goenka, it's Monga, right? So Sid Monga is the person name. right? So just summarizing the tips for you. One insight is, as I said, content writer is a quick entry point to become an analyst or to get into this kind of cricket networks. And then getting into a good company is very important, so aim for it. Then yes, I've suggested few platforms where you can get started even today as well: short form, long form content, right? So short form, I would highly recommend Reddit, Twitter. Long form, I would recommend Substack, Medium. You can start making money as well, right? And then finally, the one author approach, which can help you get started today as well, right? So yes, so I hope it helps, especially the ones who mentioned that you want to get into content writing. So I hope it helps. And before I move on, and one other another small insight for you guys. So generally, a content writer does write articles in 5 different topics. I'll just type in quickly 5 different topics as well, so that it can help you in some way. There's something called pre-match, right? So that means before a match starts, you write something about what's going to happen in that match, or before a series, right? So that is pre-match. Then 4 is live match. When the match is live, what's going on in that match, right? So maybe during break, maybe during the timeout, you just publish something what's going on in the match, right? Or when I say live match, it also means live series, live tournaments as well. Okay. The number 3 is post match, right? Once the match is over, once the series is over, you write some articles: who's the best bowler in this, who's the best batsman in this, or the top 5 team, right? So who's the best playing 11 for this World Cup? So all these kinds of articles, right? And then number 2 is you have some kind of history, like what happened in the past, right? So like what happened in 2011 World Cup, what happened in 2019 World Cup, what's the story of England cricket. So this is all history, what happened in the past. And number 1 is still is news. What's going on right now, what are the trends, what's going on, what's coming up, all of this. So the news is still the top form content of writing articles. Okay, so I hope this helps, because I think a lot of people mentioned that. So the all the content writers who typed in that you are interested, did you guys some useful points for you? Let me know in the chat. The content writers who said you are interested. All right, awesome. Right, so moving on. So now that we are done with these companies, let's quickly move on to my journey. Right, so how many of you are interested to know about my journey? Right, so how did I get into this field? What is my story here? Yes. All right, all right. Awesome. Yes. So coming to my excited, yes. Even I'm excited to share. Yes. See, I never believed in this overnight success or getting some opportunity, getting some lucky break or something, right? So I always believed in something called ABCD, right? Which is like always be connecting the dots, right? So I think you just have to find a way to connect the dots, right? So in your life, right? So what are your interests, your goals, your passions, your interests, the way to make money, right? So just try to connect these dots. So that is where I think you find something that you truly believe in, right? So even in my case, there were so many such dots. I'll tell you what are these dots. So first one is, obviously there's no, there's no guess here. It's love for the sport. So this has always been there. In fact, let me actually show you something here. I think I've showed you this in the first session, if I'm not wrong. Yes. Who's the person right here? Yes, it is everyone's favorite, right? So yes, my own favorite. I'm a very, very big fan of Rahul Dravid. Yes, the wall on the wall. Yes, that's an easy one. Now, who's this guy? Any tennis fans, tennis players, tennis fans? Yes, Novak Djokovic, absolutely spot on. Very good. So we have a Wimbledon final coming up. Yes, Novak Djokovic, very good. We have a lot of tennis fans. And the third one, you should be able to guess it from the colors. I'm not showing the face. You should be able to guess it from the colors. Yes, very good. It is Neymar Jr. Yes, I'm a big fan of Neymar as well. Right? So I have so many such posters in my home, scrapbooks, newspaper cuttings, right? So all of this, right? So my room in my hometown is full of all of these newspaper cuttings, right? So these posters, so probably have collected some in Amazon, some offline. So in Bangalore, there's something called MG Road, right? In MG Road, you get these posters sometimes as well, right? So yeah, so collected from various places, right? So yeah, so this has always been there, and not just love for the sport. I play a lot of sport as well myself. Like this is yeah, so here, this is my first ever victory in a sport, right? So this was when I was in second standard. I was playing chess for my school team, somehow managed to win it. Right. So this was my first victory in sport. And then I played hockey for my college team. This was with some local colleges in Chennai. So I play here, right? I'm here, right? So I play as a left wing for my team. And yes, and fortunately, every company that I have been part of, they had a sports fest, right? So I can't get any more luckier than that. So yes, I play every single sport. I play badminton, I play table tennis, I play course cricket, foosball, chess, caroms, whatnot, every single game, right? I played football as well. Right? And I played turf cricket over the weekends whenever I get time. I played yeah, I play for a club called Bangalore Revenants as well. I play leather ball cricket also on Sundays whenever I get time, right? So yes, not only just watching sport, I play a lot of sport as well. Yes, I'm from Andhra. Which college did you study? So this is from IIT Madras, right? So do you guys play a sport? Anybody? Oh, that is amazing, Akash. Great. Right. Do you guys play any sport in general? What sport do you guys play? Okay. Okay. Aspiring cricketer, very good and good luck. Volleyball, kabaddi, pace bowler, tennis ball, basketball, okay? Cricket and badminton, cricket and chess, okay? Table tennis, lawn tennis, okay? Yes, yes, I think tennis swing is the most beautiful thing, right? Badminton, okay? Cricket, chess, pickleball, okay? Is pickleball getting that famous? Really? Okay, very good. Gully danda, okay? Yes. We can play cricket anywhere. I play in my home also, right? So whenever my cousins visit, we play here inside our homes. Yes, cricket, shuttle, carom. I think that's the case with every home, right? Yes. Yes. If there's anyone who doesn't play, right? So my suggestion would be just pick some sport and play something, right? I think because sport has this ability to take you to a different world, right? So I mean, to forget your current problems, to forget professional, personal, all these problems, to away from all your laptop, mobile, TV screens, right? So just live in the moment. That is what sport is all about, right? And it also has the potential to push your limits, right? So that's why sport is crazy, right? So yes, play a sport, something, right? So something that can, I mean, uh, keep you going, right? So I would recommend you to play some kind of a sport, right? Cool. So with that being said, I can talk about sport entire day, right? So yes, coming back. Uh, so when I got into my first job, it was a marketing analyst. So I started my career as a marketing analyst at the Hindu Group. So it's in Chennai. So I worked there for 1 year, right? So when I was doing my first job, it was very good, good company, free food, free travel, uh, getting the salary end of every month, because it takes 22 years to convert all your education into money, right? To make money, right? So yes, first year very interesting, very good, got to know few things, met some new friends, all of this is fine, right? But after 1 year, I realized you're doing the same thing again and again every single day, right? It's more like a repetitive thing, right? So that is when I felt, is this something that I want to do for my entire life? Then no, right? So for some people the boring thing is okay, but for me it was not, right? So like I always wanted to do something different, something that excites me, something that I'm passionate about, and that makes money as well. It's not like I want to do something that I love and it doesn't make money. It doesn't work like that, right? So you have to make money as well, right? So yes, so that is when I started searching about what kind of opportunities that I can get into, right? So one thing that I'm already aware, like I'm already into sports, right? So all kinds of sports. It's not just into cricket, being there, being a player, being a watcher, right? So being a close looker at the game, right? And then the skill that I have is data, right? So this is the only skill that I have, right? Because I don't know anything else. I don't know business. I don't know like audit or finance or I mean anything else, software engineering, right? Anything product management. I have no idea about any of this. If you give me some data, I'll work with that data, right? So that's the only skill I had. So sports, something that I love, data, some skill that I have. Then I started searching for companies where I can also try. And you won't believe, right? It was a lot of struggle, right? I used to travel from Chennai to Bangalore, right? So just to attend some events, right? Or sometimes I went to Cuttack, I went to Delhi as well, right? So this all with my own money as a student. And you know how tough it is to travel as a student with your pocket money. You have to survive all the days, right? So like here to Delhi in a train is like 36 hours journey, right? Not easy at all, right? Took a lot of time, lot of struggle just to make some connects, just to see what's happening, just to understand how this industry is working. It's not an easy like a cakewalk, right? Like it took me a lot of months to land my first interview. In fact, to land my first interview it took about 5 months. 5 months after doing all of these, right? So because at that time, right, so it was, I'm talking about 2019 times, right? So it's not that hyper connected world, right? It's not that famous, all of this, right? So yes, after all the struggle, after giving so many interviews, failing in so many interviews, missing out them, so finally I was able to crack the one interview that I could get into, right? So it was from cricket.com. So cricket.com's parent company is Head Digital Works, and this was 10th July 2019, as you can see, right? And this was for a cricket data scientist package. It's like a little above than a cricket analyst. It was for 12 LPA, right? So 12 lakhs package, and there's no variable, and there's no like stocks or something. This is what you get in your bank account, right? So that was my first entry into sport, and worked there for 2 years. Amazing time. Been into matches, like worked with so many broadcasters as well, worked with Cricinfo, worked with IPL teams, worked with CPL teams as well. That's an amazing journey, right? So like my one take, if you ask me to like tell my top takeaway of this, is in this journey I got to understand working in sports is completely different, right? It's completely different compared to traditional companies. Like for example, see how many of you, like working in companies, you have your mobile phone secretly somewhere, just watching the match, trying to hide it from your boss or colleagues, placing the camera somewhere below the desk. How many of you have did this, right? How many of you have did this? Like putting the phone somewhere, like maybe going out, watching cricket. We've all of us have done this. In colleges, we put it under desk, we put it under the books, right? Now from there, imagine you are getting paid to watch a game, right? So that's the story, right? So that's the story which has transitioned, right? So where you are literally getting paid to watch cricket all day, right? So that is a great, I mean, transformation, I would say. So you can't be more lucky than that. And see, it's not all about shiny side. I can tell you the honest side as well. Sometimes you might have to work at 1:30 midnight, so 3:30 midnight, because the CPL team. So we work with St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots, one of the CPL teams. So their matches happen around 3:30 a.m. midnight. So at 3 o'clock, just before the toss, we have to share them all the strategies, playing 11s, right combinations, the match strategies, all of that as well, right? Imagine that, right? But I think because we have the passion, we have the love to do it, right? We still overcome these kind of challenges. But I'm just telling you openly, right? What happens, right? You won't be there with them. I think not everybody is with them, right? So it's because of so many factors like visa issues, the travel issues, the company has to pay the budget, all of that, right? So all of this will be there. So sometimes it's a remote as well. See, I think 60-70% analysts work remotely, right? So only the 30% that you see on TV is what you see. But behind the scenes, all the analysts are working from so many. Like for example, Rajasthan Royals analysts, they work from US, right? So yeah, but there will be some people who are sitting at the stadiums as well. Yes. Okay. Yes, Hari Krishna. Just wait. I'm just coming to that. Okay. Now, Yes, how many did I apply? So I would have applied for 100 plus companies. I would have given interviews to almost 30 companies, right? So failed in a lot of these. I was able to crack some esports companies, all of that, but cricket.com felt like the best one. Yes. So this is one. Yes, I'll come to interview questions also, right? Yes. Then how did I get into Mad About Sports? This was my exact Mad About Sports message to the founder. Right. So like this is what I know, right? So as soon as I saw the word mad about sports, I felt this is actually me. Right. So I always have been into different sports. I'm mad about different sport. I play a lot of sport as well. So I just wanted, I didn't ask for any money. I didn't ask for any partnership. I just wanted to help in some way. So you won't believe this message. I've sent it on Feb 16th. I've got a response next day. So I've been with Mad About Sports from that day onwards. Right. So quite crazy, right? And then yes, after all the learnings, after all the struggles, everything, so now I realized that there's something, opportunities that I can build something as well. So working on this startup called Khiladi Pro as well. So you can check out khiladipro.com or kpro.fit. That's you'll get to know. Right. Now, yes, now what is something that you can take away from my journey, right? So what are your learnings? The first one is, okay, I think passion for sport, everybody has it, and there's no doubt in India, in the world, right? So whoever follows sport, everyone is driven by that passion. But if you really want to work into this field, what I can say is passion alone is not enough. What you need is the three important things: the skills, the curiosity, and proof of work. Please keep this in mind. Don't ever think that passion alone will get you anywhere. Never. It will never get you that far. But the things that will get you to a different level is the skills, the curiosity, and the proof of work. Like, don't get covered by passion. Okay. This is my suggestion. Then, number three is there any analyst here? Let me know in the chat. Any analyst, like a business analyst, data analyst, trading analyst, finance analyst? Yes, any analyst or a data scientist here? Okay. Okay, quite a few people here, research analyst. Right now, my question for all of you is, right? So see, being an analyst, it really helped me, right, to crack my interview, to become faster at my job. The experience really helped me, right? Now for all the analysts and data scientists, what I can tell you is, see, let's say you are working on some problem with Amazon, right? You are a business analyst at Amazon, and you are working on a problem like, who are my top 10 most valuable customers, right? And you get some data, you analyze some data, and you figure out these are the people who have spent a lot on Amazon, who ordered the most, who have a lot of items on the wish list, some metrics, right? And then you prepare a list of, okay, these are my top 10 most valuable customers based on this criteria. Now my question for you is, will you ever get to see that customer in your life? Let me know in the chat. Will you ever in your life get to see that customer? No way. There is no way. And the worst part is, you don't even know whether the profile is real or fake, right? This is the case for any business analyst or any data analyst working on consumer analytics or anything, right? But for a cricket analyst or a sports analyst, it's not that way, right? You have every data point that you need because you are the analyst. You also have footage data. You exactly know what is happening right in front of you, along with thousands, millions of audience as well, right? But the access is more for you, right? Because you are the analyst, you'll have all the footage data, match data, scorecard data, commentary data, whatnot. You have every single data with you, right? So that is the first point. And next point is, all the analysts and data scientists that have typed in here, what tools do you guys use in general in your day-to-day routines? Excel, SQL, what kind of tools, skill sets that you generally use in your daily routines? Let me know. Okay. Splunk. Okay. Excel, SQL, Power BI, Python. Okay. PySpark, Databricks. Okay. All right. Tableau. Okay. Excel, Python, SQL, Tableau. Okay. Postgres. Okay. All right. Right. MS Excel, Power BI, Office, Tableau, all of this. Okay. Elasticsearch. Awesome. Right. So if I'm Informatica, okay. So if I'm not wrong, 80% of your time goes into these tools. Am I right? Let me know in the chat. For most of you, right? 80% of your time you spend on these tools, making better visuals, making better stories, selling out to your bosses, presenting them in your meetings. You spend a lot of time in this, right? In all of these tool skill sets. Yes, again, so this is true for any traditional corporate company, right? So for anybody who's analyst there. Now, for a cricket analyst, this is again not so true. You spend only 50% of your time on all these tools, technology, skills, but the other 50% goes into cricketer or a coach. Because see, in a corporate company, maybe your boss, everyone has better skill sets, everyone knows what are these tools, skill sets, everything. But if you are working with a cricketer or a coach, they don't want to know Python only. They don't want to know Excel only, right? They are more worried about, can you help me win today's game? That is what they care. Not your fancy analytics, not your fancy visuals or mathematical models, because they won't understand, right? They only understand cricket, right? It's you who have to simplify the things where they can understand, right? So that is also an important point. But so the whole point that I'm trying to make here is, if you're a data analyst or a data scientist, don't directly think that, okay, I can become a cricket analyst because there's analyst match. No, it doesn't work like that, right? So remember, there are some small things to keep in mind. So is this clear for all the analysts out there, right? Remember, data analyst is not same as cricket analyst. There are some small differences that you have to always keep in mind. So please keep that in mind. Now moving on, any students here? Any students? Like maybe freshers, maybe fourth year students, third year students. Yes, masters, bachelors. Yes, any kind of degrees. Yes. All right. So a lot of students, very good. It's always exciting to see students. Okay, master, school student. Okay, okay. Pass out 24. Okay, masters, awesome. 8th standard. Okay, okay. I don't even know what I was watching cricket in 8th standard, but you are here. Very good. 11th standard. Okay, awesome. Okay, and people from other backgrounds. What do you guys do? You can type it in the chat. Yes, apart from students, analysts, what do you guys do? Software engineers, civil engineers, okay, tech lead in TCS, very good. Video editor, okay. Okay, MPhil, journalism, anchor, okay. Sales manager, business development manager, okay. DA and product owner, okay, okay. Accountant, awesome. Advocate, legal officer, amazing, amazing, okay. PMO lead in Wipro, performance analyst, okay. Okay, so Praneeth would love to get in touch with you, okay. Sports player, cyber security, senior engineer, awesome, awesome, very good. Doctor, okay, very good. Great to have you, doctor. Yes, data engineers, senior associate, consultant, Infosys. Okay, all the people who have typed in, animator, very good, Dheeraj, right? All the people who have typed in, right? So what I have a question for all of you is, as of today, as of now, in your CV, in your profile, do you have anything related to cricket? Let me know in the chat. As of now, as of today, in your profile, in your CV, okay? Some people have it, very good, amazing. Some people don't. I see majority of no's, okay? As a hobby, as a player, okay? Okay? Done a project, sub-editor, state level player, very good. Quiz winning certificate, awesome. Okay, okay, very good. Scout, awesome, okay. Right now, okay, I see almost 70 people have no, and some people have it. Right now, the question is, my friends, I have been on the other side hiring people as well, right? The first filter that we apply is this. Does this person has a cricket in his CV or no, right? If it's a no, then we put your CV aside. So that is how we filter almost majority of the strength, right? So yes, okay. So David, it's easy for you to say I can put cricket in my CV, right? I don't have anything in my CV. What is the best way to add, right? So the easiest, the free way of doing it is working on projects, right? That's the best way to add cricket in your CV. Now, again, you can say, okay, so David, it's easy for you to say projects, but what kind of projects, right? So what kind of projects, which projects to work on, where to find these projects, right? So I'll recommend you a couple of books which I used to use in my career as well, right? So there are a couple of books that I would recommend. It's called Mathletics by Wayne Winston. This is a wonderful book. It's like a Bible for anyone who wants to get into sports analytics anywhere. Okay. So this is one. And recently I read a book. I'm sure this will also be very helpful. It's called Cricket Performance Management by ISIs. It's called Indian Statistical Institute, Kolkata, right? So it's also a very, very good book, right? You can find this book on Amazon also. I'm just let me just show you very quickly as well, right, if I can. So just search for cricket perform. Okay, here we go, right? So the first, yes, so this is the book that I am talking about. You can see this is the book Cricket Performance Management by Indian Statistical Institute, right? It's a very good book to understand deep things about cricket and analytics as well, right? Now, so David, are you really crazy? This book is like 4,000 rupees. Who's gonna buy a 4,000 rupee book, right? I know it's very, very costly, but I can give you this book right now for free. How many of you want this book right now? Let me know in the chat. Yes? Okay. To all the people. Okay. Okay. Very good. Chat is going crazy out there. Now, to all the people who want this book, here we go. I'm just sharing you a link. You can click on this link. So, this is my own personal channel, right? Where I keep sharing stuff whenever I find something interesting. Yes. I'm sharing you a Telegram link. All you need is you need the Telegram app installed, or if you're on your web, you need the web app installed. So click on this. You will be able to join the Telegram link right away. Okay. I'm sharing you the link once again in case if you have missed it. Okay. I'll just wait for a few seconds for you to join. Yes. All right. So if you have joined, the next step is click on this pinned message. This after clicking on this pinned message, it will take you to the book directly. Do a right click, save as. You will be able to download the book right away. So once again, after joining, right? So you just have to click on the link to join. Then click on pinned message. It will pinned message is top of this channel, and then it will get to the book. Do a right click, save as, right? And just below this book, you will also find Mathletics. Do a right click, save as. You will be able to get this book also, right? So both of these books are available. Again, why did I share these books? These books will help you understand how to work on your own projects in sports analytics, cricket analytics. Okay. So just make use of, are you guys able to download this book? Let me know in the chat. Some of you are already done. Yes, downloaded. Amazing. Okay. All right. All right. So that is about this book. Hope you'll enjoy it. Yes. Then applying to various companies. So this is one question that I always get, right? So how to apply into these companies? Where do I apply? How do I approach these companies? So I've already revealed you a couple of tricks. Going to company portals, reaching out to these kind of people on LinkedIn, and dropping them a message, right? But apart from that, there are a couple of other strategies as well, right? So that I'll share you one of the strategies right now. There's a website called Sport Tech Jobs, right? So this is a, remember we talked about Whoop, the band. Then we also talked about Catapult. They are actually hiring here in this website. You see, NBA is hiring, right? So this is a website purely meant for sports related jobs, right? So you can use this link. I'm sharing you this link here. So please use this link. Okay, this is one website, and there is also another website which is very useful. It's called cricket.jobs, right? So you can see number one recruitment agency in cricket. The very good. It's very niche. You will definitely find it useful as well. They hire, especially if you're a player, umpire, coach, you will find this very useful as well across the world, not just in India or US or somewhere. You'll find some roles in UK, in India, right? All of this, right? So keep an eye on this website as well, right? So it's a very interesting website as well. Okay, so Sportech jobs, then cricket.jobs, beautiful websites to keep updated as well. Okay, not able to download the book. Abhishek, just try again, right? So yeah, so again, I'll tell you how to download the book. Click on the link to join, you'll be able to join. Click on pinned message, it will take you to the book directly. You missed the Telegram link, I'm sharing you the Telegram link also. Okay, I've shared you a couple of websites. In case you missed these websites, I'm sharing you the website links again, Sportech jobs and cricket.jobs as well. Okay, so this should help you out. Then yes, my interview process with cricket.com, Crick Quiz. So you'll get a short PDF about the job description, about what were the interview question, what were my answers, right? So you'll get a detailed PDF of this as well. So just go through that PDF and quickly, right? My interview with Crick Quiz, as I said, it was at 1 a.m. to 4 a.m. midnight. Can you believe it? Right. So like imagine giving a technical interview at 1 a.m. to 4 a.m. midnight, because it was in London standard, London timings, right? So yes, so I was able to clear like 3 rounds. It was some cricket based questions, some SQL based questions, some like data related questions, how to work on some problem statements. And in the fourth round, like it was a round with the founder of CrickQuiz. He was more expecting some international experience for me, right? I didn't have it, but the other candidates who are shortlisted, they have some international experience to work with their teams, right? So yes, I couldn't get through the final round. But still I'm in touch with these companies, right? I always interact sometimes as well, right? Then finally, offer letter from cricket.com, partnership with Mad About Sports, and kickstarting my own startup journey as well. So did you guys find this useful? Let me know in the chat. I hope you are able to find at least one takeaway out of my journey, right? So if you were to point out one biggest takeaway, what would be that? And what would be your biggest takeaway from my journey? Let me know in the chat. Something that you learned, something that you can apply in your own life as well, right? Something that you can start working, something that inspired you, right? So what is the one biggest takeaway for you? Okay. Mad for sport, constant learning, experience, persistence, absolutely, yes. Need to be very patient, crazily necessary, yes. Interview experiences, ABCD, yes. Always try to do that, yeah. You'll create magic out of it, yes. It would be how passion is not enough. Exactly, Veer, right? So I'm glad you got that point, right? So passion alone will not get you anywhere, yes. You have to learn the skills, exactly, yes. Okay. Wanted to work in this field, your experiences and passion, absolutely. More involvement in working on some skills, yes. Hard work go hand in hand, definitely, right? So yes. Okay. So you have to find a way, right? You have to find a way to get there, right? Okay. Insight to the growing sports broadcasting and analytics industry opportunities in even local areas, absolutely, right? While doing projects, exactly, right? So skills, curiosity, proof of work, right? So that would be yes, always, right? Because a lot of students, they reach out to me with passion without any other thing, right? So that's what I tell them. Okay, so yes, I hope you found something useful. Now we'll take a short break of 5 minutes. We'll be right back, right? So while we go for a break, this is what we'll discuss in the upcoming one, right? So is tech background required to become a cricket analyst, and what skills do you actually need as well? So that will be our next topic. We'll quickly take a 5-minute break. So time is around 12:50. We'll be right back around 12:55. Right. So yes, I'll see you in 5 minutes.
बिंटुआ माई के जौन मिले तो कह देली तो काटे काटे सीधे से वो बोला पहले हुए थे घर आए कहीं हटाला बाबा ऐसा जना के लेके यार बात तो पूरा खत्म अब ना तो कोई ना हो अब ये चलो अब फ्रेंड बाहर और आवता गांव में डूब गए पूरा तो यार पूरा खत्म कुछ चलो यार कौन काम नहीं है नहीं मार अधिका मरते पानी के काम उठे बा क्यों अभी काम है ना निमन दिन नहीं चला काची आवता भाई क्या हो गया कुछ आवता हूँ जितना बड़े से नॉर्मल है ना ये तो मैसेज चिकन चिकन आ जाएगा जी लाइट वाला चालू कर दे ना नहीं कि देखो ना कि फाटा उठा पारी और बहुत आई कर देखो तो सापा नहीं खत्म हो गया भाई बाजार वाला धारण करो तो पहले चलो की धारण आई बैठे के पूछा था जी बैठे आई क्या बैठे नहीं का हां मार्केट की बदबू आ तो मच्छी मार्केट है कर बड़ा का है का कहले अभी बोलता है ना 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 वो बोली छोड़ का कहले अभी चिकन है
काय कळले ते का कळले बोल का तो चला का मुझे सुंदर साइड हट जाना तारे का पता बोला क्या कही अभी कैसे बैठी थे बहुत छोट बुझात नहीं है चलाए चलाए हाँ थोड़ा डबल उम्र के बाबू श्याम पीछे में है मालूम बताओ कैसे आराम करेगी हाँ या कर रहा लेता हाँ या नहीं मंटी सेट एगो घोड़े खींचल को एगो अभी खींच दो तो अपन है पर इतना है जा सब ऐसे
चल जल्दी रहो
और मैं मारा के बिछाना बिछा दे पोछा मार दो कभी कभी पानी में दिली एक आदमी ऊपर पोछा मारे ना इसी से बोल तो आने बैठा बैठा पीठ दुखाता मैं ऐसे चल बैंक के छोड़ा बैंक के सैलरी अकाउंट क्या हो सैलरी यही है मैं आई बैग लिए है कहीं आ जाएगा ए सुनिए ना एकरा की यूज कर कहीं आ जाएगा हां मैंने आ जाता निकाल जाओ अपन के I will remember this. पहले तो उधर रहे मैंने कहा कि चैन में लगा बिहार का बैंक में कुछ हुआ अपलोड 25,000 में डील कर मालिक से वॉइस के दलाल 50,000 काला ही वाला देखा होता
All right, we are back. We'll give few more seconds to others who are joining in. All right. Yes, I think we're good. So let's jump into this topic of I think even in the intro session, a lot of people were asking me this question, right? Is tech background really required to become a cricket analyst? How many of you have this exact question? Is tech background required, or is programming required? Is coding required? Or I think if I have to put it in a way, how many of you have this fear that this is actually required? Let me know in the chat. Okay. Okay. Some people have it, same question. Right. Right. See, I think, okay, good. I see a lot of people typing it here, right? Now, see, there are two ways to think about it, right? The first one is there any software engineer here? Let me know in the chat. Any software engineer, Android developer, SDEs, SWEs, SDETs, all of these guys. Anybody? Okay, we have software engineers, right? Now, for a software engineer, right? If you actually um, talk about the salaries of a software engineer, can you guys make a guess what would be the salary of a software engineer working in Dream 11? Just make a guess. Maybe like someone who has 4 years of experience, roughly. 4 years experience software engineer, what do you think is the package? Okay, 18, 20. Okay, 25, 30, okay, 12, 10, okay. Can you believe the right answer is okay? Moving is you're the closest, right? 45 LPA, and that too I'm talking about an average salary. This is not the highest, right? So 45 LPA is the salary of an average software engineer in Dream 11 with 4 years of experience. And this is not just in Dream 11. This is in Geo. This is in Hotstar, Fancode, My 11 Circle. Sometimes even in cricket.com, you can get this kind of crazy salaries as well. Cricinfo, right? If you don't believe, I see a lot of what's in the chat, right? If you don't believe what I'm saying, right, I'll give you references also. Okay. There's a company called Grapevine, right? Where you get to know about these salaries, right? So just search for these companies. You get a lot more shocking insights, right? So just search for levels.fii. There's a company called Blind. And all of these companies are about revealing these salaries in all these tech companies, high, like all high salaries, right? So just check them out, right? So you will get to know yourself, right? So looking at this, right, my suggestion for software engineer, it would be a very stupid decision to quit that high paying jobs and become a cricket analyst, or even like whichever, like who would want to become like from who has a potential to get into 40 LPA, like maybe cricket analyst like earns like 15 LPA, 20 LPA kind of salaries, right? Even someone at the same years of experience, right? I'm not saying it's too low, but for a software engineer, it does not truly make sense. That is my point here. Okay. So the logical strategy for you is to aim for cricket. I mean, stay in your field, get into cricket companies. That would be a good strategy for you. And later on, you can aim for internal switch, right? You can do an internal switch between senior software engineer to a senior data scientist, senior software engineer to a senior analyst. That would be a logical path for you, right? So is this point clear for software engineers, especially all the people who are here, especially software engineers, Android developers? I'll come to others in a bit. Okay, I hope this is clear for computer science students, for all of you, right? So put your goal to become a software engineer in a cricket company. That would be a more easier, rich path for you. Okay. Now, yes. Okay. So David, this is all fine. But see, in a college, only 10% will get into computer science. Not everybody will get, right? And even I myself is from a non-computer science background. I come from an electrical engineering physics kind of a background, right? So I don't have anything related to computer science at all, right? So David, what about 90% of us, right? So what do we do? Now for all of you guys, what you need is it's not about programming, but there are 4 fundamental skills that you need to become a cricket analyst. So what are these 4 fundamental skills? I'm just typing these in the chat box, right? So number 4, obviously for a data analyst, you need a good command on data. For a business analyst, you need some business understanding. For finance, you need business. Similarly, for cricket analyst, cricket knowledge is the basic understanding, right? So number 4 is cricket knowledge. Is the most important one. Number 3 is, as I said, you will be spending 50% of your time with a cricketer or a cricket coach, right? So if it's a coach, he's asking you how do you help me in today's game. If it's a cricketer himself, he's only worried about can you help me improve my game. That is what he's concerned, right? So the third one is communication or storytelling skills. So yes, these are number 4, number 3, and coming to 2 and 1. So number 2 is, you won't believe, Excel, right? So Excel is the most important skill, and even like teams like CSK and all, they still work on Excel sheets for every single data point, like even for player workload management, their training and nutrition, their conditioning, their net sessions. They manage all the data in simple Excel sheets. Like even you would have seen all of people Excel sheets on the auction scouting tables, right? So that's what they have. And number 1, the most important skill for a cricket analyst or any analyst, sports analyst in 2024 is SQL, right? So these are the 4 most important skills to have, right? Now to explain it more clearly for you, right? So I just want to take a moment to help you understand this very clearly, right? So let me just pull up a simple Excel sheet here, right? Now I'll just tell you, right? So I just want to give you some clarity here. So let's say cricket.com opened a position for a cricket analyst. Okay. So yes, so there's a company, right? So company has 1,000 applicants for cricket analyst roles. Okay. And number of openings. So let's say it has about 2 openings. Okay. And the skills that they have mentioned are the same, right? So the 1, 2, 3, 4 skills that we have talked about, right? So, okay. So is this setup clear? Let me know, right? So there's a company, it could be any company. They have got 1,000 applicants for a cricket analyst role, and there are 2 openings, right? The skills that they've mentioned is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So I hope this is clear. Now, there are totally 1,000 applicants, right? So let me just put it here. Applicants. So let's say I put candidate 1, candidate 2, candidate 3, and so on and so on, right? So similarly, you have till see 1,000 candidates. So this is your applicants list. Okay, I'll just add a simple border here. Right. Now this is your applicants. Okay, so we have this applicants, just highlighting that box. Now, out of this 1,000 applicants, so let's talk about the skill number 4, cricket knowledge. So how many people among 1,000 do you think have cricket knowledge? Let me know. So we are talking about the first filter, cricket knowledge. Let me know how many people. Almost everyone. Yes, almost all 1,000. Right. So there's no doubt. Right. So if they have applied for a cricket role, they have some understanding about cricket. They know something. Okay. So almost all. So let's say we give let's say 950 candidates, right? So almost all. So maybe there could be some people who just applying without even knowing about anything. So let's say 950 people have cricket knowledge as well, right? So okay, so so we've got 950 applicants here, right? So yes, so this is also done. Now next, moving on to the next filter, which is our storytelling or right? So storytelling or communication skills, right? So communication skills. So how many people in this 950 do you think have this communication, like the storytelling or communication skills? Let me know in the chat. Okay. Interesting. We see different answers: 500, 650. Some people saying I don't have it. Okay, 900, 700, 800, 600. See, I think you have to be, yeah, very honest. Yes, not everybody is good at communication skills. Not everybody is good at narrating stories, right? It takes some amount of skills for sure, right? So let's say we have about 600 people. I think 600 would fairly a decent number, right? So I'm taking 600. Okay. So C 600 is our cutoff. Okay. So yes, the same. So this is where you have like 600 candidates going out. Okay. So yes, they've got communication skills. Now next one is what? Excel. Now amongst these 600, how many people has Excel skills? Okay. All right, 300. Okay, 200. See, a lot of people think that they're very good in Excel, but in reality they are not, right? You would have seen this. Okay, so before I talk about Excel, did you guys watch that hands-on case study video? The one that we shared on Friday? Yes. Okay. That is the type of Excel we are talking about, right? I hope you watched it. Yeah. Moderate to advanced Excel. So here I'm going with 300, right? So I'm going with half, right? So 300 is where I'm sticking into, right? So we are already seeing some kind of dip that is happening, right? So yes, so let's say 300 people are good with yes, 300 to 400. So let's stay. Now coming to the final one, SQL, right? So now among these 300, how many people do you think are good in SQL? 80, 100, okay, 50, 30, 40, 150. Okay, my friends, from my own experience, I'm telling you, hardly in 300 people, right? People who are really good at it, only 30. I'm talking about from my own experiences. It's only 10% people who are good at SQL, right? That is a reality, right? You may think it is a high number, but it's not, right? It's not. Right? If you think you are very good in SQL, I'll just ask you one of my own interview questions that I've got, right? Let's say I give you a list of Virat Kohli scores, right? You have a list of Virat Kohli scores using SQL. Can you find out mean, median, mode? Three things. These are the three statistical things. Can you find out mean, median, mode? If you are able to solve this question, you will be in this 30 for sure. There's no doubt, right? It's not a straightforward question. It requires some tricks, right? That is why. So here, my friends, this is what I am talking about, right? 1,000 people, these are all people with passions, right? 300 people, these are the people with skills. 30 people, these are the people who have the chance. Now, do you guys understand the importance of skills now? How it makes a difference from passion to skills? Did you guys understand? The whole point of this exercise is to help you understand where the cut happens, where you will get differentiated. Okay. So because I see a lot of students here, so I thought it would be a decent explanation for you to understand how this whole process of hiring, filtering happens. Okay. I mean, if you keep adding the skills, right? Let's say you have added Python or R, right? You would be in the top 20, right? So the ladder keeps going up. Okay. So keep this in mind. So whenever you are applying for jobs, it's not only for cricket, right? I'm just talking in general. This is the kind of ladder that you need to climb in today's highly competitive world. This is so important. Okay. So now I hope you understood the importance of SQL, right? Now, do I have to explain about do I have to spend some 5 minutes on SQL? If you want to, let me know in the chat. Do you want me to spend 5 minutes on SQL just explaining you how does this SQL work? How does it help in a actual cricket world? Yes. Okay, let me just take a moment and explain you how this actually works in real world as well. So just give me a second. Right, I'm just using a simple tool here to explain. If you want to, yes, I'll not take too much time, just quickly, right? So going through it. So there's an app called Super in, let me see if I can get it right. Okay, yes, I've got this link. So this is the app that I'm using, just in case if you are curious, I'm just sharing you this link. Okay, so now so here I'm just uploading a simple ball by ball file. Just a second. Let's upload T20 or like ball by ball file data, right? Now, for example, so this is my all data, right? So let's say my objective is to find out Virat Kohli's career stats. Okay, that is my problem statement. Like Virat Kohli's career stats, how many runs did he score, how many balls he faced, matches he played, so on, right? This is my problem statement, right? And you may say, so David, why do you have to use SQL for all of this? You can use directly CricBuzz. If I just open CricBuzz, right? If I just open CricBuzz, Virat Kohli, if I search for it, you will obviously get Virat Kohli's profile. So it's not that difficult. I know people. Today you have CricBuzz, tomorrow you may not have it. But what stays with you is the data, right? If you are the analyst, you should not be dependent on these websites, which one is true, which one is right, which one is wrong, what to follow. You should not be around this, right? You should be able to get your own your own way of collecting the data, your own way of finding the answers to your data, right? Is the problem statement clear? My goal is to find out Virat Kohli's career stats using SQL. Let me know if the problem statement is clear. Okay, I can already see Ashish typing in the answers as well. Right? Now the answer for this is, let's say I want to find out the total runs scored by Virat in T20 internationals, right? So T20I, right? So this is my question. See, before you write something, before you come up with an answer, you have to be first, you have to first come up with an answer in English, right? So how do you find out Virat Kohli's highest runs in T20 internationals? Basically, can you guys type in the answer in simple English? What do you like? How do you find out the total runs scored? Let me know in just in English. No need of any fancy languages or SQL or Python or nothing. Just in English. What is the answer to you for this question? Like total runs scored by Virat in T20. Sum of runs scored Virat, where player is Virat. Okay, yes. Who else? Sum of all the runs. Okay. Total by using sum, where we filter by using his name. Okay. What else? Just in English. Yes. Good to see the answers coming in. Runs of the bat from international matches. Okay. Sum of total runs with player name Virat. Yes. Okay. Sum of all the runs. Okay. Sum of the runs scored by Virat. Exactly. Sum of the runs of his bat. Sum of all T20. Exactly, right? You guys have all got it right. That is all you need for SQL, right? I'll type the same English language answer to this SQL. Just have a look at it. Right? So this is all the SQL data. So the way you start this is select, because you are trying to select some portion of data, right? Now select, and now you just need to sum up. So what do you need? Runs of the bat. So here there's a column called runs of the bat. From what? From this entire ball by ball data, where the player, so here the player is nothing but the striker, right? The striker, what is his name? Virat Kohli, right? So I already know the name here inside this. I'm typing this. That's all. You run this, you get the answer, isn't it? Right? Now let's cross check with the CricBuzz if it is right. So T20 International 4188. So we are very close. What happened here? Thing is, we have to filter out the super overs. Super over is not considered in his career. So let's filter out super over. We just have to add a condition. So innings. So innings is basically one, and innings one, innings two in T20 is normal match. But if it is a super over, the way they collect data is innings 3, innings 4. If it's a double super over, then it's like innings 5, innings 6, right? So innings is less than 3. That's all. You just run this and boom, you have the answer 4188. Yes, it's that simple. Did you guys understand this line? Let me know in the chat. Virat Kohli's like some of the runs from this data where the name is Virat, innings is less than 3. Very simple, right? You can do so many crazy things. If you want to find out the balls, you can do that. You just have to count the ball, right? So that's all. If you run this, you get the balls face 3148, right? Yes. So 3148, right? So here I see, yes, I think we have to exclude the wides. So let's exclude wides, right? So where wides is null, maybe that's all. It will give you balls face 3056. Does it match? It does match, right? So it's very easy. All you have to understand is it's a question answer. I want to find out run scored. Okay, I have to frame it in English first. Then it takes some practice. Then you'll be able to understand it. Okay, so you can try it by yourself as well. I'm just sharing you this query. So now did you guys get some clarity how SQL simply works? It's a question answer tool. So just you have a question in mind, you're trying to answer it. Okay, so just wanted to take this moment because this is one of the most important skills to become a cricket analyst. Okay, so I hope this helps. Moving on very quickly, we have few more things to cover. Then yes, so we have a lot of people whom we can get inspired from. So here is AR Srikanth. He's the head analyst of West Indies KKR. Look at his journey, right? So quite crazy, right? And there are a lot of other famous cricket analysts in India. How many of you follow Prasanna, or famously known as P Dog? I'm sure you do. Maybe on Ashwin's YouTube channel, maybe on Twitter. He's very famous. If you don't follow him, I would highly recommend you to check him out. He's the most experienced cricket analyst in India. Comes with over 25 plus years experience. He worked with Rafael Nadal. He developed a tennis analyzing match software, and he worked with under 19 cricket team. He worked with Indian hockey team. He worked with couple of IPL teams. He worked with Cricket South Africa for 15 years. Then he's currently working with a SA20, I think Joburg Super Kings, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, so he's very famous as well, right? So check his profile out. Then there is Sriram Somiajla, right? So Sriram is a current Delhi Capitals team analyst. He's into 10 different sports, and you won't believe he is traveling with the Indian Olympics team as well, right? So quite crazy. He worked with PV Sindhu for the last Tokyo Olympics as well, one of the pillars for PV Sindhu's success also. Right? And there is Dhananjaya, right? So he's the current Mumbai Indians team analyst as well. One of the pillars for Mumbai Indians as well, joined in 2013, and Mumbai started winning trophies from there as well, right? And then there is Gaurav Sundaraman. He's the current SRH team analyst. He comes with uh, Cricinfo experience of over 10-15 years as well, right? So quite amazing stories, right? So yes, Devraj Raut is also a cricket analyst. He's working with the Indian team as well sometimes. He also, right, so worked with local Ranji Trophy teams, Vijayazare teams, and then slowly he got himself into. He developed his own cricket analyzing match software as well. Later on, got a chance. How did Prasanna become a coach? So Pawan, I just explained, right? So he started his career with under 19 cricket team, Indian hockey team. He worked with Rafael Nadal, right? So a lot of success. There's a TED talk by Prasanna. You can check that out. Okay. Now, one simple activity that I would suggest is I would want you to check their LinkedIn profiles, right? Because that will help you understand how did they start their career, which companies did they work, how did they get to the current position. So will you guys do this? Checking each of their profiles, go through them on LinkedIn, right? If you search for one of them, you'll get few more suggestions. Again, search for them, right? So do it, right? So it will help you understand, because if I am telling you it helps, but if you do it, right? So it will help you. You will be able to connect more dots as well. Okay, so just do that. Already following some of them. Very good, Harshini. You are already on the right track. Right now, case study. Let's quickly jump on to your magic. What you guys have created. I've already had the Reddit tab open, so let me just refresh it. Okay, okay. A lot of people have submitted. Let me just approve all of this. Just give me a second. Okay, yes, we have a lot of submissions. Good. This is what I want to see. This is what I'm excited about. Okay, the last time I saw, I think it was 25 submissions, if I'm not wrong. Very good. Very good. Yes. Okay, very interesting. I'm just approving all of them, right? So yes. Okay, I think I'm done. Okay, almost done. Yes. So now let's see if there are any interesting presentations from here. Okay, RCB versus CSK Chinnaswamy 2024. Okay, very interesting. Okay, some thoughts here. Very good, right? So clean graph. Well done. Okay, what else? Okay, another RCB CSK match. Okay, KKR versus RCB. KKR RCB's match are always crazy. I think maybe you can just remove these dots and all. I think it looks more cleaner. Next one. What is this one? India versus South Africa World Cup final. Very good. Okay, okay. Manhattan chart, warm chart. Awesome. Okay, this is a beautiful Manhattan chart. Okay, India, South Africa. Okay, bowlers economy in World Cup final. Okay, awesome. This is really good. Whose work is this? If you can mention, I'm giving you an upward. Well done. Right, Devansh. Awesome, Devansh. Right, so very good commitment. Right, so I can see this top partnerships as well. Interesting, interesting. Well done. Right, Henrik Klassen, strike rates, minimum 20 balls faced. Look at this. Right, so I think very, very detailed. Right, so yes. Well done. Awesome. Awesome work. Few more. Okay. 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 Some Excel data. Okay. So it'll be good to summarize this. Okay. Just try to find a way to present it in a simple way. Okay. Another RCB CSK's match. Okay. What else? Okay. Okay. I see some analysis around. Okay. India, Australia. Okay, okay. I think a lot of effort went into this as well. Good. So scorecards I can see for batsmen. Whose work is this one? Let me know in the chat about India versus Australia. Super 8 match. This one. Yes, Satya Prakash. Well done, Satya. Right. So good work. Right. So I see your commitment as well. That's a lot of work went into this. Good. Good one. All right. RCB RRCSK 2016. Okay. Okay, good. Manhattan chart, some shiny colors. Okay, this one KKR RCB warm chart. Okay, so try to do it exactly. Very good. Okay, what else? Okay, another interesting one. India South Africa. Whose work is this one? Let me know in the chat. This one. Whose work is this? India South Africa T20 World Cup Finals. Is he not in today's call? This is also good work, but yes. I'm just giving you an upward. Good work. Okay. KKR versus RCB is your work. Okay, very good. Right. So Veer, I'm just this one. Veer, are you talking about this one? KKR RCB? Okay, I'm giving you an upward because you're just 8th standard. I have no idea what I was doing, but good one, right? Okay, well done. Keep it up, Veer, right? So keep going. Women's Premier League, WPL, DC, RCB. Was it the last ball thriller match that we're talking about here? Okay, okay, good. Good that you've chosen WPL match. I'll give it to you because I think so. Whose work is this one? I believe you have downloaded the different data set, then extracted that, then did some analysis. Good work. Your effort is seen. Yes, yes, Mariam, well done, right? So good effort. Okay, what else? Okay, some interesting thing here. 1 to 10, 2020. Okay, so yes, some effort again to putting up the overs here. Virat Kohli's innings progression. Whose work is this one? Anyone? India versus Australia 2016. Yes, Vishesh. Well done, Vishesh. Right. So very interesting. Right. So you took something out of the box. Awesome. Okay. T20 World Cup final. Okay, okay, okay. Highlighting the closeness. Okay, so good insight. Just give me an upvote for this as well. Awesome. Good work. Whose work is this one? Like the India World Cup highlighting the closeness of the match. Good insight, right? So you are able to spot something, right? Well done, Kuldeep. Awesome. All right. So last couple of ones before we close. Okay, this one. Okay, this one catches the eye instantly. Whose work is this? Power BI. Using a different tool altogether, taking a lot of effort. This one, Sujit, amazing. Sujit, I already gave you an upvote. As soon as I saw this, very good. Sujit, how much time did you spend on this? Very good, Sujit. These are very professional, right? So these are very professional. If you share it with any cricket analyst, I think everyone would appreciate this as well, right? So well done, right? Okay, awesome. Okay, okay. All right. Some people have submitted this. This also good. Strike rate, warm charts, Gaikwad's innings. This also good work. Whose work is this? RCB CSK 68th match. Okay, yes, Bhushan, very good, Bhushan, right? So highlighting our individuals, right? So good work, right? So it's good to see people coming up with lots of ideas. I love coming people. I love people coming with different ideas. Okay, economy. Okay, is it? I think this is number of wickets. Okay, yes, this is good. Bowling analysis of final played between South Africa. Whose work is this? This also very good. Highlighting. So Pratik, very good again, right? So highlighting the bowlers, right? So maybe you could have combined both the graphs into one. That would have made a more clear picture. Okay, South African batters against Bumrah in the World Cup finals. Okay, interesting. Awesome, right? So good work. Okay, yes, moving on. I think very good work. I'll look into each of these one by one because of the time, right? So I'm just sticking to a few, but all the ones have submitted very good work, right? So the ones who haven't submitted, right? So please submit, right? So I want to look at your work, right? So the magic that you have created. All right, and then, right? So how to start your journey, right? So let me quickly show you, right? So I have a simple step-by-step process, like to show you, right, so on how you can take some baby steps towards becoming an analyst. Step zero is basically watching a lot of cricket, right? So obviously you need to watch a lot of cricket, right? So there's no doubt about it. So this is a default step. And step number one, some people are good in cricket, learn analytics. If you are good in analytics, learn cricket, right? So maintain a balance. The number two is tools, right? So I'll ask the team to share a video on tools. So make sure you watch these tools video. It's extremely helpful. Number three is portfolio. So portfolio is nothing but proof of work. This we've already talked about the projects, right? So make sure you have some project work in your profile. Number four is network. So network is so important, right? So see, there's a saying, right? So network is your net worth. It is more true for cricket in particular because 70% of cricket jobs are through referrals and network, right? Isn't that mind-boggling? 70% of the jobs are through networks and referrals, right? Now, to help you understand with network, whom to connect, who are the right people to follow, I'll share you a list of 100 people to follow. So use this list to grow your network, right? So I use Twitter quite a lot, especially while watching the match to connect with the right people. So I have made this list. So this list has about 100 people, right? So these are the people who are into cricket like 24/7, watching cricket, working for cricket teams, analysis, writing articles, all of this, right? So, and even they post about job opportunities or contract based chances as well. So I'm sharing you this list. So click on this list. You will be able to follow. It has quite a few followers as well, right? So make sure you follow this list. You will be able to get this network. So why did I share this? To grow your own network, right? So very quickly, once again, if anyone has missed, step zero, watch a lot of cricket. Step one, cricket, balance between cricket and analytics. Step two is tools. Step three is portfolio. Step four is network. And step five, this in my opinion is very, very, very important and very underrated one. Whatever work that you have done, please post your work in public. Otherwise, how will people look at your work, right? So it could be Reddit. That is the whole reason why I wanted you to submit your work publicly, that anybody can see, right? So this, I want you to uh, like encourage this kind of, I mean, doing something in public, share it in public. Like, don't, I know a lot of people who do a lot of crazy work, but they never share it outside, right? So it's important to keep your work in public so that, see, I know, so there's one of the student, Sai Prasad. So he was a masterclass student as well, and like who did our workshops as well, right? So what he did is he developed his own LinkedIn profile. He started posting whatever analysis that he has, he just posted on LinkedIn. Now, looking at that LinkedIn, he's actually working with a TNPL team. He's working with an analyst of a county team just via LinkedIn, posting his public via like posting his work via public. That's all. He didn't even apply to any companies. He just keeps posting on LinkedIn, right? So who knows, right? So you should find a way. And number 6 is to start applying for jobs, roles, all of this as well. Okay, so keep these 6 steps in mind. All right, and another important slide, right? How much money can you expect in this field, right? So this is the answer to that question, right? You can start your journey even like a 5k rupees per month, right? So the first 3 roles mainly for students, for freshers, right? So this is exactly what you can aim for, and you can even go as high as 40 LPA, 60 LPA as well, right? Video analyst, cricket analyst, senior analyst, all of this, right? So as a student who's in 8th grade, I would take a pause here. So just absorb these numbers first, right? So then I'll come back. I'll pause for a few seconds here. Just absorb these numbers. All right. I hope you guys have absorbed the numbers. Now I see a couple of questions. Quickly answering these questions. As a student who's in eighth grade, what can I do? So Veer, see, I would recommend at this grade, play a lot of cricket. Just keep playing a lot of cricket. So connect with a lot of people, right? So if possible, try to help them, right? So your own friends, your own communities, but I would recommend play a lot of cricket. See, this is the age where you have a lot of energy, time, enthusiasm, right? So just play some cricket. So slowly develop into leather ball cricket. See, because when you play cricket, you understand the problems, right? You understand the problems of players, right? So a lot of analysts, right? So the gap is like they themselves, they don't understand problems very clearly, right? So play some cricket. It's not that you have to play professional cricket. Okay, you do play leather ball, amazing, man, right? So that's crazy. 8th grade, you're playing leather ball cricket, awesome, right? So now your next step would be just notice some things, see if you're able to help with your own insights, see if you're able to help your players around you, right? So just develop that habit of just helping somebody. Okay, so then you will slowly start thinking like an analyst. Okay, so I saw this insight, this insight can help this cricketer. So that is how slowly you become an analyst, right? Observation, right? So that is what I would really want you to focus on, because observation is very important for an analyst, right? Yes. What does a video analyst do? That's a good question, Bhushan, right? See, I interacted with a lot of these BCCI performance analysts and all who works with like state associations, all of this, right? So I highlighted a couple of points. So one is, for example, let's say there's Mayank Agarwal, right? And there's an analyst who is tagged to Mayank Agarwal, right? So what happens is whenever Mayank Agarwal comes into crease, so this video analyst, he has to capture that footage, like, so he already has access to the footage, but he has to trim down the balls. Like, for example, Mayank, let's say he played 10 balls and he got out, right? Now the analyst has to trim out the videos where Mayank has played, okay, 10 balls, 10 simple clips, and then he has to share it with Mayank. So they use their own BCCI softwares analysis tools for this to trim out the video and to give what happened in that ball, who was the bowler, who's the batsman, bowler type, all of that, what happened in that ball, outcomes, everything, right? And once he shares those 10 videos, so he has to give a summary of what happened in these 10 balls and how did he get out. So something like that. So this is what these people actually do. So this is one part of video analysis, right? Now there is another part of video analysis which is more into a technical role, right? So where you are working on machine learning, computer vision, or some high deep learning, this kind of stuff. So these kind of people, they work with broadcasters, right? So in broadcasting, see, if you notice, uh, like sometimes they put two arrow marks and they draw some arrow marks and they'll tell you the distance between two fielders. How many of you notice these kind of things? Or they put a circle and that circle is surrounded for one player and they keep tracking of that player or player names. So who's doing all of this? These are done by people called broadcasting analysts. So these are the people who are into technical roles, who are building these kind of tools for all the commentators, for the broadcasters. So these are more into computer vision kind of tools. So these are the two different kind of roles. So BCCI has its own tool, right? So you can get in touch with any, if you search for BCCI performance analyst on LinkedIn, you'll get lots of people, right? You can search for them, right? So both of them. So one is a little low paying role, I would say, and the other one would be little high paying role, right? So if you are a person who's into non-technical roles, you can get into these kind of roles of analyzing videos of players, right? So local matches, local clubs, local cricket associations. Okay, so I hope that answers your question, right? So thanks for asking the question. I think it was who was the one who asked the question? Was it Bhushan? Yes. Okay. All right, and moving on. So far, what did we learn so far? So we started with cricket analytics, went through companies, my journey, case study, right? So we went through some skill sets. Then I've showed you some SQL. I've talked about analysts. I've talked about salaries. I've talked about step-by-step guide as well. Interview questions, you'll get a PDF, Ashish. Yeah, because if I start going question by question, it takes a lot of time, right? So did you guys enjoy today's session? Let me know, was this session useful for you? Yes. Okay, awesome. So what is your one takeaway of this entire session? If there's one big takeaway, what would be that? One big takeaway of this entire session. Yes. Amazing to see that you have found value. Thank you, Akash. Yes. Okay, complete information, Excel analysis, 4 skills. Okay. Awesome. Yes. Dheeraj, see, for unfortunate reasons, we'll not be able to share. As I said, we talked about salaries, companies, but please get in touch with our team. If you need any assistance, we'll help you, right? On particular topic, particular things. Yeah. And I'll share you some my own notes as well, right? Of this entire session. Yes. Okay. Yes, we'll share it, Pooja. Yes. Okay. We have to work on ourselves. Thanks for your blueprint. Now at least we know what to do, where to proceed. Awesome. Thank you, Pratik. Yes, apart from skills that we can analyze, okay, for your efforts put in, will surely follow. Thank you, Kuldeep. Yes, amazing that you found this valuable info about, yes, your info about topic is good. Thank you, Abhishek. Yes. Okay. Okay, I see some questions around sports management. See, sports management, I'm not a management guy, I'm just an analytics guy. So sports management is into completely different thing, maybe some PR work, sponsorships, right? So like companies, I think these are some things that you guys can search into, right? So that is where management people go into, right? So mostly for partnerships, PRs, right? Sponsorships kind of roles. That would be one area that you can focus on. Awesome. All right. Yes, sports management is different. Sports analytics is completely different. Yes. Okay. All right. So with that being said, right, so we are close to like the other ways to make money as well, jobs, ideas, fantasy, whatnot, everything. So today we covered about so many of this. We covered about domain expertise. We covered about projects. And one question that I always get is, I want to become an IPL team analyst. Guys, IPL is the highest level, right? So in terms of salary, pay, work pressure, everything, right? For you to get there, you need a lot of experience, right? So get some experience, you will definitely get there, right? So get at least 5 years of experience in this field, then you can start searching for roles in IPL teams also, right? So why not? But whatever we covered, my friends, this is just a scratch on the surface. There's more to unpack, more to cover as well. How many of you still want to know more about cricket analytics? So David, this is not enough. right? I'm really interested. I want to know more about this cricket analytics. This is getting me curious. How many of you still want to know? Okay, awesome. All right, amazing. So many people. Yes, what degree to aim for? We'll come to that, Veer. Yes. Okay. Right, to all the people who are interested, right? So I have shortlisted 12 topics where you can learn these 12 topics and become a cricket analyst anywhere in any company anywhere in the world. Let's take a look at these 12 topics. So what are these 12 topics to master to become a cricket analyst? And number one is batting analysis, right? So just you analyze different kinds of batsmen, depending on different situations, different scenarios, all of this, right? So just like you have batsmen, you also have bowlers, right? So every bowler has their own strengths, weaknesses, different venues, different phases of play, right? So you need to understand more about this bowlers analysis as well. Number three is scouting and auction, right? Now, in see, for any franchisee to build a team, the first step is scouting, right? The scouting is so important to identify the talent. So talent identification is the most important thing for any sport to grow, right? So that is why it's very important. The scouts, right? So apart from, I see questions around any opportunities apart from analysts, right? So scouts is a good option, right? Or even the people, the auction analysts, they're also decent. The scorers, so people also do a lot of scoring. Like I would recommend you to. So do you guys anybody watches Ranji Trophy matches in your own local stadiums? Do you guys anybody watch Ranji Trophy matches? Yes. So Ranji Trophy matches, the entry is free, right? If you get a chance, please go and watch the matches in the stadium, right? These matches are absolutely free ticket, right? If possible, try to get in touch with any of the scorers who are scoring the match, right? So that will open up opportunity for scoring the matches as well, right? So scorers, there will be scouts, right? So make sure you watch this, right? So that you will get just get some connects, right? And number four, venue and toss analysis, right? So how to analyze different types of venues. Number five is data visualization. So we saw, right? So a lot of people have submitted their visuals. Right? You can just from one visual, you can talk about so many different stories, right? So that is number five. And number six, score prediction models, right? So there's score prediction, there's win prediction also. So today we started our entire discussion on predictions only, right? But you may be asking, so David, this prediction and all is fine, but in reality, is this actually helpful? How do teams actually use it, right? So in reality, I'll show you an example here. Let me quickly run this. Right. So how many of you have seen this visual? Jonathan Trott, Afghanistan's coach, sitting outside the dressing room, having a whiteboard, right? So with numbers written on it. Have you guys seen this? It's in the 50 over World Cup. Can anyone recall what match is this? Very good, Pratik. Spot on, man. Yes. Yes, Bhushan, absolutely right. This is Afghanistan versus Pakistan's match. Right, so Jonathan Trott has become famous after that Gulbadin incident, right? So now this is one example, and then the one, yes, Keval, I can see your message. Don't worry, right? So then there is Prasanna. If you guys follow Prasanna, can you guys see? I mean, how many of you seen these kind of tweets from Prasanna, right? Where he says 87 for one after 10 overs, 6 behind at this stage, they need to be 24 for three. Yes. If you haven't seen these kind of tweets, you should go to Twitter right now and follow him. He posts these kind of tweets every single day, right? So just check out his Twitter profile. You can check out now as well, right? So he posts these kind of scenarios. Now, see, Jonathan Trott or Prasanna, they come with almost 20 years experience, 25 years of experience, right? So using all their experience, they've built these tools, right? But okay, so David, they have all the experience. I'm still in the early stages. Can I also build this? You can also build this, right? So let me show you what I have built, right? Something very similar as well. So here, taking the same situation, DC 87 for one after 10 overs. Now let's say I want to move these sliders. So let's say I'll Move to this overs. Let's say I might lose the wicket maybe, then moving to 15 overs, let's say. The same target. Look at this. So what does my model say? DC has to be at 131 for 2 after 15 overs. Now what does Prasanna's model say? 124 for 3 after 15 overs, right? So you can actually create these kind of things, and this works for any target. You can change the target, you can change the overs, you can change the wickets. It changes accordingly, right? So how you can actually build something like this is what they discuss during strategic timeouts, the drinks breaks after 10-over breaks, right? So just to see, are they working towards the target, right? So if it's a batting first team, are they approaching towards the desired target? If it's a second batting team, is their chase going on track, right? So that is how you can also build these kind of rules. So this is one, and there is also another application. Like for example, let's say one of you. So let's say Veer is working for Punjab Kings, and the Punjab Kings coach has a question for Veer, right? So he has a question. So hey Veer, we lost a match today. Can you help me understand where did we lose today's match? So that's a genuine question, right? Now, so Veer goes to Crickbuzz, he uses Cricinfo, reads lots of articles, watches the match highlights again and again, right? So he did 2-3 hours work, right? And came up with the analysis. Okay. Now, what if just in a couple of seconds, he can look at this graph and identify highs and lows in this match. So he will be able to respond to the coach instantly, right? So this graph is a win percentage graph of Punjab throughout the match. They lost the match, that's why it's 0. And you can see the red dots are the lows where they actually lost the momentum in the match. So that is how you can actually solve the post-match problems, help the team get better as well. So that is how the teams actually use these kind of win percentages or these scenarios. So is this part clear? How this win percentage was not just for audience, these are also for teams and players to help them correct some things while they are playing on the field as well, and communicated by coach. Okay, awesome. So yeah, in fantasy also you can so all the fantasy players, they do a lot of research. I personally know a lot of fantasy players. They watch a lot of videos, they read a lot of articles, right? So is there any way you can minimize their efforts? That is also something that you can try. And tools, right? So there's Tableau, there's SQL, we talked about, there's Excel, we covered in hands-on. Python, I just showed you a couple of demos, those are from Python itself. Then Figma as well. So Figma, all of these tools help you better become like better cricket analyst, right? So that you can tell lot more amazing stories as well, right? So now that I've revealed you all these 12 topics, how many of you are interested to learn these 12 topics? Let me know in the chat. Yes, are you guys interested to learn all of these 12 topics? Okay. Awesome. So many people. I see. Okay, okay. The chat is going crazy. Okay. All right, all right. Amazing. Right. Now to all the people, I see Satya, Rajshekhar, Aditya, yes, Nitish, Pratik, yes, Praveen, Arthi, Priyesh, Monica, Rohit, Mayank, so many of you, right? So yes, what are the ways? Okay, so now that I'm interested, how do I learn this? Right. So one is you can go via academic route where you can actually get into some colleges, maybe some abroad, because in India where there are very, very limited opportunities as well, right? So maybe Indian Institute of Sports Management, some DY Patil Institute in Pune, right? So there are very, very few universities, right? So most people go abroad, spend 25 lakhs on college fees, some amount for hostel fees, then yes, have to stay there for a few years and then crack a job. So this is one way, the academic way. Second way is where you don't have to travel anywhere. We've built something for you so that you can do it at your own home, right? And do it at your own time, at your own pace as well, right? So which one would you prefer? Option 1 or 2? Let me know in the chat. Yes. So especially after COVID, right? So we want things at our own comforts, right? Okay. To Varun, yes, Nihira, Harshini, yes, Anup, Yatindra, Vishesh, so many of you, right? So Mayank, Devansh. Yes, definitely we, right? We want things at our own comfort so that we have more control over it, right? And that too at affordable prices as well, right? So you don't even have to pay 1% of what you pay for an academic fee as well, right? So yes, so let me introduce you the advanced cricket analytics masterclass. So before I talk about this, why did we even build this, right? So there was a lot of need that a lot of people really are interested to learn about cricket analytics, what happens in cricket analyst's brain, right? So when the match is going on, how does he help a team, right? So David, I really want to get into this field. Can you help me get into this field? I get at least 2 3 queries every
Recording
single
in
day,
progress.
right? So I get this kind of questions every single day, right? So how do you actually get better at this, right? So this is a program that we started few years ago, and we launched this program for only 10 people. And this was a simple 8 week program launched for 10 weeks. And yes, this was rolled out, and we got some feedback, we made some corrections, we made it better and better and better over time, right? And what was the price that these 10 people were paying? It was 24,987 rupees, right? Okay, but later on we realized there are hundreds of people who wants to do it online, right? So that is when we switched to completely online so that you can also do it at your home, right? So here is Naman. His success story is amazing. He was one of the participants of masterclass. He got a chance to work with Irfan Pathan, worked with Crick Ecstasy. He worked for a YouTuber named Simply Chuma as well, Crick Tracker as well, the company that I mentioned. And he currently works with Wisden Cricket India, the best content writing company as well. And he went for World Cup matches. He was there for press conferences, keynote speeches, whatnot, right? And there are lots of other success stories. I can talk about hundreds of success stories. Abhishek Gupta, you can see WPL. Manish Pathak, right? So he's actually got a chance to work at Quidditch. I mentioned Quidditch, right? And there's Wasif, who he's actually joined Masterclass from Pakistan, and he currently works with Shaheen Shah Afridi at Lahore Qalandars as well. And then there is Raj Krishna, who's working as a scorer for Mysore team as well, right? So quite amazing. So how many of you want to see yourself just like these people? Let me know in the chat. Yes, it's just a matter of time and developing the right skill sets. You can also get into these opportunities as well. There's no doubt about it at all, right? So yes. And where else are the other students getting placed? You can see Kadamba, Cricket Academy of Patans, Cricket.com, Sony, Dream 11, Cricinfo, 12th Man, lots of these companies and many more as well, right? And right, so is this masterclass really for you, right? If you really want to become a cricket analyst, a cricket data scientist, or even if you want to become a data analyst or a data scientist using cricket, you will be definitely be able to achieve these kind of skill set, right? So how many of you want to become cricket analyst or a cricket data scientist or even a data analyst, or who wants to switch your career into this for better salaries, for better satisfaction? That too, we are living in an AI driven world, right? So the buzzword is all about analyst, data science, machine learning, AI, all of this, right? So who doesn't want to miss out on these things, right? So yes, what are the top highlights of masterclass? Yes, you'll get all the learnings that I've mentioned, and you don't have to go anywhere. We bring all the industry experts at your step. I mean, at your doorstep. And yes, you'll have lifetime access to our communities as well. I'm just sharing your community as well, just to give you a picture. So this is our, you can see like close to 2,000 people. Imagine 2,000 people talking about cricket, right? It's only cricket, and we have umpires, we have Ranji Trophy players, we have local club players, we have content writers, YouTubers, all kinds of people in this community, right? So yes, they can help you in any way possible, right? And the building community, as you know, it takes a lot of time. So we have it right now, utilize it. And what else? You have 20 hours of content, you have live sessions, you have lifetime access to all of this, right? So, and yes, we have live sessions every week as well, right? So, okay, David, this is all fine, right? So maybe I get enough time to watch all of this, right? All I would say is Can you spend 30 minutes of your time? Let me know in the chat. 30 minutes. Do you have 30 minutes of your time that you can dedicate and spend on learning these things that you always wanted to learn? Yes, I'm sure you do. If this is something that you were always curious about, maybe as a side income, maybe as a full-time role, maybe as a contract role. I see some people typing in, I have 20 LP, I have 30 LP, will it help? Who knows? Maybe you can open up another stream while having your own job, right? You can take that bet. Yes, why not? Definitely. Rashmil, Monica, Praveen, Ashish, Devansh, Veer, Harshini, Akash, Sharad, so many of you, right? So yes, you don't have to pay 24,987 at all. Instead, we have something crazy. I'm just coming to that itself. Right. And at the end of masterclass, of course, you'll get a completion certificate from RR as well that you have completed the masterclass. And apart from this, would you be interested to work alongside me on a 2 months training program? Working alongside me, yes, I would give you 2 hours of my dedicated time to just help you out to make you industry ready, right? So this is also something that you will get on top of everything that I've mentioned. You will get the 2 months of training so that you are industry ready. So because see, whatever you learn, if you don't get a chance to apply them in real world, what happens in real world? What do these companies do? So I will give you some problem statements of companies so that you can start your own journey of getting into companies as well. So you'll get 2 months of training as well. After the training, you will get your training certificate as well. So I'm sure this would be much more valuable as well, right? So yes, all in all, this is what you get for lifetime learning certificate. 25, right? So overall price is 11,999 plus GST, right? So this is the overall price 11,999, but not even this. You don't even have to pay this. All you need is just 5,999 plus GST, right? So you will be able to get a chance into masterclass. The links are shared in the WhatsApp group right now itself. You can go ahead and get yourself registered right away, right? And yes, we can't, I would love to provide this opportunity to everyone, but yes, my time is limited, my resources are limited. So we are accepting only 10 slots, right? So 10 slots is all we have. If you are interested, if you think this makes more sense, this will help you in your career, right? So to become a cricket analyst or a data scientist or a data analyst, this is your chance, right? So yes, you can go ahead. So 10 slots is all we have. Once the 10 slots are filled, we will be closing the registrations, right? So if you have any questions on anything that I've mentioned, please let me know in the chat. Now is your time. And once your registration is complete, please type in done in the chat box so that I can confirm your registration as well. Okay. But any questions is, yeah, so all questions are welcome. What would be tomorrow's agenda? So Hridant, it is on Q&A, right? So tomorrow's link is yours. Tomorrow's session is yours. Please send the link on the group. Yes, Yatindra, right? So I'll ask the team to share it on the group as well. All right. If someone is outside of India, no problem, Sudhir. Yes, we do have support for people outside of India as well. As I said, so Wasif joined from Pakistan. We have people joining from Singapore, Australia, right? Yes. Timings of, yes, 6 p.m. is the deadline for registration. Yes. Okay. So yes, Bharat, yeah, I can see some people asking, I don't have any knowledge about SQL or anything. So that is why we are here, right? We are here to help you out, even if you don't have any skills, right? So we start all the way from scratch, right? So all the way from basics, how to install this tool, what is this SQL, why do we need it, basics, all the way from basics. Okay. Yes. Abhishek, we have live sessions every Tuesday, 9 to 10 p.m. Yes. Yes, we have both recorded sessions, we have live sessions. Yes. Okay, so while we are talking, we already have registrations coming in. We have Safal Shetty joined. Welcome, Safal. Congratulations and welcome to Masterclass. And then we have Lester D'Souza has also joined. Welcome. And yes, Congratulations and welcome to masterclass. Okay. Duration of the course is around 2 months. As I said, 2 months to complete the masterclass and 2 months of training. Yes, all in all, it will be 4 months. Yes. How many days? So Pawan, every Tuesday. So every week you have one live session. Yes. All right. All right. And on top of this, you have some bonuses coming in for you. Just wait for it, right? So we still have a lot more to cover. So bonus number one, you will get some data sets absolutely for free. This includes, I think some of you are asking ball tracking data. We will be sharing you all the ball tracking data for the masterclass participants. And this is available for lifetime. Bonus number two, yes. So why are we offering at 5,999? Because you can pay the full amount. The 11,999 was the full amount, but you can just pay it half the amount. You can pay the rest half only when you are placed, only when you get an opportunity, only when you get an internship, right? So only when you get a benefit from masterclass, right? So that is the reason why we are providing at just 5,999 plus GST, right? And we have CV review sessions, right? So we'll share you some cricket analyst CV profiles as well, so that it can help you in some way. And if you really want to like pursue academically as well, right? So we'll share you some university informations as well. Okay, so all of this is absolutely free for all masterclass participants. So meanwhile, we have Priyesh as well. Congratulations, Priyesh. Welcome to masterclass. And we are still not done yet, right? So these are our partner companies, as already mentioned. Bonus number three, you can schedule one-on-one sessions live with me as well. So this will also be available for you as well. So all in all, this is exactly what you get. So here's a whole summary picture. You'll get full lifetime learnings, completion certificate, training certificate, and you get 2 months of training, access to data sets. Yes, you have placement assistance program and 26 weeks of mentorship as well, right? So all in all, which is at an insane value of 61,980, you are getting it at just 599 plus GST, right? So yes. Okay, we already have 4 registrations filled. Yes, 6 more slots remaining. Any more questions?